got your whole face in the camera.
Oh, just
to
check
with the.
What's called? Is facing the camera? Is it?
Yeah, no, just as so long as it's that way.
Yeah, it's calm
should
there.
be calm.
It picks up nicely, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
picks
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Bro,
Is that okay?
We've used this for 6 people. Bro.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
you're
yeah.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet,
You
sweet.
see it there on the playback.
Sure.
Oh, we left?
Yeah.
Oh, it's recording. Okay.
Fuck the white man.
Yeah.
Fuck the white
Let's
man.
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
I realized that I have a huge problem with authority.
We knew that, but how'd you come back to that realization?
But I showed you guys the message from this morning, didn't it?
Yeah, no, that was aggressive.
And
That was, you know when they do passive aggressive at work, yeah?
Yeah.
It wasn't even passive.
Oh, yeah, just
He
aggressive.
just told him stop being a bozo. Stop being a
Just
bozo.
stop being dumb.
He said be clever. Yeah, he said
Bro,
be clever.
Read the message. Read
What
the
is
message.
I personally,
And you're big like that. All right, okay.
I personally would not have it. Nah, that was rude. No, that was rude.
You need to follow instructions.
so this is the thing, yeah.
He said be clever.
This is the thing that the white man needs to understand. I don't mind getting fired. So the
sure.
thing is, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yes.
If you threaten me, I will just continue to do what I'm doing. And see
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Like I remember at my last
You're
job.
calling out their bluff.
No, yeah. 'Cause you're not going to fire me.
Okay.
Do you know how hard it is to fire somebody?
Okay.
You have to give me warning number 1, warning number 2, warning number 3, and then come and fire
Are you
me.
not a contractor?
Yeah, and
I've recently just seen someone at work contractor get Lego. It was like
yeah,
that,
that's
bro.
cool. But they need me more than I need them.
This guy thinks he has the leverage.
No,
as a contractor.
You know what? It's if I was in a different position, I would.
You mean
I
permanent?
I concede.
Yeah.
However, I'm not in a different position.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
one of
You
those
know you
positions-
have the leverage.
You know one of those
Yeah,
positions
yeah.
where we've been talking on these team meetings saying that you're finding it hard to find people.
Yeah.
I'm here now.
I know your secrets. Yeah.
I'm here now. Continue. Like at my last job, I used to come in 40 minutes late, like just casually in it. But like then it became a thing where it became a thing, and then they started chatting to me. All right, cool. I'll come in late, see what you do.
What they do?
They dragged me into a meeting, and one of my managers emailed me, said, "Oh, fund account to start at 9 a.m." and that's it. So
Nah,
don't,
look
don't
at that
chat
being
to me like I'm gonna do
9
something.
to 5 maverick.
Nah.
Man saying follow instructions is rude.
Bro,
though.
and you know the funniest thing about it, yeah? The instructions that he told me to follow, he didn't even give those instructions.
That's
I
work.
love this.
They tell you to figure things out, and
Yeah.
then if you don't figure it out the way they want you to figure it out, you just
Bro,
something- or somebody else
bro,
does
this
about
is
it.
the thing, yeah. I've been calm. I've been very, very calm. I'm not gonna lie to you. I take my liberties.
Yeah.
Like there's certain things like, bro, if I log in at 9:15, allow me. Because you know what? I will also log in. I'll log out at 6 o'clock when I don't have to log out at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's
So
my
you'll
thing.
make up for it. You'll make up for it.
That's my thing.
Let me work on my time.
I will
in your
always,
company.
I will always do give and
I hear it. It's valuable.
bro. I will always do give and take. Do you get what I mean? Like if I take the piss and I come in an hour late, I'll work an hour to make it up. Or do you get what I'm saying? Or those days where I'm in the middle of something, I could leave now, but let me give you 15 minutes and do this extra thing. Because if we want to do close the laptop at half five, we can really do this thing. And at the end of the day,
Guys, just-
no,
Let it out, bro. Let
at
it
the
out,
end
bro.
of the day,
bro.
right?
Deji's
If you
not
lose this client, you're losing millions. I'll find another job, brother.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Do you get what I mean?
So in their home, yeah, where they work in their company, you have the leverage.
Yeah.
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 Unless
This man thinks he has the leverage in the contract.
Like we're allowed this.
That's like the guy in the fight having no gun thinking he has the power.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
it's smoked.
but this is the thing, right?
Okay,
right
talk
now
to me.
it's a candidates market. Like, bro, I've got recruiters in my DMs moving to me like I'm a lame girl. So that's
Mad.
number one.
Okay. Mad.
Number two, you already have a bad reputation in the market. Like your reputation is ass.
Who do you work for, bro?
By the next episode, he won't have a job. Yeah, he won't have a job.
Police. But he knows we're not editing this. So I don't know if he wants to keep going. He wants to keep going.
Yeah.
What's called? This is the thing. I've been into the office twice. Only maybe 2 people know my face.
Okay.
So that's calm. You don't know who I am, and also my legal name is different from my name online.
Right, I hear it. I love that.
Do you think
That's like your John, isn't it?
Y'all know who John is, right?
Do you get what I mean?
Do you think if you caught that manager on site, he wouldn't talk to you like that?
100%.
Because they don't, man.
Yeah, they
a lot,
can't,
bro. A lot of them are Microsoft gangsters.
This is
A
the
lot of
thing.
them are
Right?
Outlook gangsters, man.
The funny thing about it is, right? I don't know why he's giving me this smoke because me and him are cool. Like we're actually cool. But
that's it.
But he's and
That's
the thing is,
Because he got in trouble.
but- and that's cool. Like I don't like the thing is, I will take all responsibility. Like I don't want anybody to take responsibility for if I fucked up. If I fuck up, I'll even go to client and say that was my bad. I fucked up. Do you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're not going to beat me.
There we go.
Oh, jeez.
Like at the end of the day, you're not going to beat me. And the reason why I say in this situation I have the leverage is because we're understaffed already. By the time that you replace me to find someone to do the same job as me, you're staying in. You, the same person that's giving out to me, is going to be the one doing the work again. You don't have that time. So watch how you talk to man. That's it.
That's okay.
You know.
Bro, no, this is the thing. As soon as I got that message, my first instinct was, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch House of Dragons and I'm not doing shit today.
Right.
And I barely
Watch
did
the House of
anything
Dragons
today.
anyways.
Right.
Cold.
But listen, he said, how do I professionally tell this guy to fuck off? I was like, as per my last email.
You know, no, because you know what I don't like as well is this person is CC'd on the email. So what? I don't give a fuck about this person.
Yeah.
Like, move, man.
Anyways, let's do the intro. Anyways, we're here. We are Charger to the Game. As you already know, we are the podcast with the highest level of analysis that the culture needs. I'm Uncle J, but you can call me Jordan. I'm here with...
No, it's your girl's favorite voice nigga with the Midas touch, Big Didge.
Second most light skin on the podcast, Dave underscore without the I.
And who we got today, bro?
Wait, real quick. Underscore without the I.
Oh, I fucked up. Wait. Run that back.
You see how our intro is cold, yeah? Me trying to get through it smooth.
Wait. That was hell. Dave underscore Smith without the I.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times have you done that?
Bro, this is the first time I fucked it up. That's not fair.
What?
That's the first time I fucked up my intro. I fucked up the intro, but I haven't fucked up my intro. So let's get things straight, please.
The other one he didn't fuck up. He thought he was like the one when Snow was here. He thought he was coming on smoke. I can deadlift your dad. I can deadlift your mom.
Do you know what happened to me? Do you know what I need to... this isn't my charger, but... rotator cuff forgot me.
What's
Your what?
My rotator cuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you can't deadlift the auntie no more. No?
Yeah. We look like we're on track for powerlifting 2023 with the clean jerk.
We didn't even introduce our guests. Who we got?
Oh, yeah, boy. It's your boy, this is KD. I wish I had a sick intro, but I just say it's your boy KD.
But that's a good... I actually have a question to start this pod, yeah? Do you subscribe to the idea that finding a hard woman is harder than finding a hard man?
Finding a hard woman.
Finding a good woman.
I don't
Sorry.
know.
I see I fucked up as well.
Hopefully I don't
It's
find it
harder to find... It's harder to find a good woman than it is to find a good man. Do you guys subscribe to that idea?
Low-key, yeah.
Harder to find a good woman.
Yeah,
You went in with the probing question, man. He just got his intro off.
Yeah, it's for... We can talk about it.
Just to log in. I think it is... Yeah, it's easier to find. So a good woman.
Do you know why I think that is though?
Why?
Because the bar to be, if we base on social media and all that stuff, the bar to being a good man is higher. If you get what I'm saying, than to being a good. If most of us, if she's lang and she's not annoying.
Okay, real quick about being a good man. Yeah, who set the standard first? So is it the woman that set the standard or is it the men? And now, because according to if it's us sitting in this room and I'm like, you say you go to work every day and you clock in at 9 o'clock, right? You're a better man than him.
boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just a good man. So that's our standard. But now if they're saying, well, you have to do this and do that, so whose standard are we going by?
That's the standard I was going by.
Subjective. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If I go on Twitter, they'll tell you have to be 6 foot. You have to be God fearing.
Cancel me.
You have to be God fearing.
I hate to be
You have to what?
Short man problems can never be me.
You have to earn a certain amount of salary.
Damn.
You have to have a job like this. Because I've had a situation where I was working with a girl in my previous place, and she was Tindering a guy. The guy she said she liked him, but because of his job, it was a stumbling block. Like, even though she liked him.
Like, what's he doing? Is he a bin man or something? Like, unless
He worked in retail. But because she was working at Pfizer, so she felt like...
Be a manager.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
But he wasn't. But he wasn't.
Hey, listen, he's making a living somehow.
The bar for her, because I was like, if that was reversed, if you are working in a quote-unquote in society what is considered a higher-end job, and the girl is lang and she's not annoying, even if she's working in retail, a lot of men would be like, as long as that's a good starting point for me.
Matters, bro.
Yeah,
that's a good starting
but
point for me.
do you feel like the older you get, like you don't care about the length anymore as much.
Yeah,
you still
yeah,
care
yeah.
about the length.
That doesn't have to be length.
Wait, I heard that she has to be length, yeah. But like, have you not talked to some girls? Like, okay, I've dealt with some girls. That
Yeah.
serious bread.
Yeah.
But then, like, you talk to them, you get to know them a little bit.
Substance.
I like the lengthness out of the window, bro.
Yeah.
What age did
I've
you
had
get to?
that.
What age did you get to before you came to a realization?
Well, last year, man.
No, I hear what you're saying though. It is the older you get, because you want the peace aspect and the look aspect can like start to weigh before you're just like
Peace,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, do you know, so when I was in secondary school, like first year, I had a guy. He's like, I think he's a creep. Anyways, there's this guy that I think is a creep. But he said to me one thing that never left me. Right, he was in college, and he goes, because he was going after some chick, and she was like big, like quite big, and we were like, you know when like you're in secondary school, you're looking at like that she's ugly.
Yeah.
And he goes, bro. He said to us, bro, don't worry. When you get to my age, these type of things will become normal. And we were like, we were like, no, there's no way.
Why did he say it like that? Though?
Yeah. He said, that's why they call him a creep.
Yeah.
But it stuck with me because I won't lie to you, boys. The older, not that same chick.
Yeah.
But the older I got,
the concept makes sense.
boys, right. So real quick, you know about the length thing,
Yeah.
So when you're on Instagram, you're looking at the like Instagram body. She's like
I don't
mad.
know that, bro.
Right, not you,
know
not
me, married
right.
man, you know.
Even me, I don't watch it. Me,
Yeah. For research purposes.
For research,
But what you've heard, from what you've
what I
heard.
heard. No, but you know those ones that like, okay, that's a clear 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But when you were younger, like, oh my god, that's so crazy. The older you get, right? When I say men's standard drop drastically in terms of like, if it's available.
Yikes. Man said, one day you hit 25 and say, yo, anything? My man said, anything is a goal.
Well, maybe it happened for you, man, but it happened for me. But
I
all
do
that
get what
girl's
you're
like, do you know what?
Yeah.
She breathing.
This guy's
You're mad.
Wait,
Bro.
you have a girl, no?
I got a girl. I'm good now. But I was telling you, like, this
He
is
said
like
when it was in the streets,
But when you're in the streets,
world. Yeah.
No, I don't think I've been there, bro. Because I wasn't old
for
enough.
sure.
I wasn't old enough.
I also do think it's just that certain things that you cared about super when you were younger, you don't care about as much. So like the things that you looked at as like, oh, she can never be this. It's like, that's not the worst thing.
Yeah. I'm jealous of guys that put in early stocks.
What you mean?
In early
Like
stocks
was
into
on
the
the
girl.
roads from
They clock the girl from early, elite scouting. So do you ever see couples that are together when we're like 25 or whatever, and you're like, wow, what's she doing with him?
Yeah. And then
you go back to their Facebook 10 years ago. They were still together, except she wasn't looking like that.
Bro,
elite level scouting. Elite scouting.
Do you know how many
Bro.
girls? Do you know how many girls I've spoke to and they're like, when they were in school, they used to get picked on by these guys and used to be called ugly by these guys. Those same niggas are the ones that are in their DMs now.
One guy took a bet on her. Imagine.
They did.
bro, that's crazy.
Imagine.
You know what's crazy? I remember watching How I Met Your Mother, right? And Barney used to do this thing where he'd go to the gym and he'd be nice to all the fat girls. And he's like, look, some of them will stay fat, but some of them won't stay fat.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
he's putting in the work early.
It's a numbers game.
Some of them have dynamic potential. Like,
You know
it may change with the seasons. Like,
But-
it's not their ultimate overall.
What constitutes of a good woman to you? I'm actually interested.
so-
At this age now.
Going back to the good woman thing, right? For me, it's mainly about the peace aspect and how understanding she is.
Yeah.
Bro, like I'm at a stage where I'm doing so much in my life, and for me, this is for David, right? I'm doing so many things in my life. I'm trying to put my hand in so many, like my eggs in so many different baskets.
Yeah.
I need you to be able to understand what it is, and potentially who you are with, who you're with right now, and who I may potentially become. Also, the same vice versa. I got to understand who you are right now and who you're gonna potentially become. Obviously, I can't pinpoint it, but if, for example, if I'm flipping, getting loads of small acting roles at the moment, right? Well, I have potential, possibly
To become Brad
to
Pitt.
be right, maybe one day, and then the life that comes with me being Brad Pitt comes with maybe I'm gonna be gone for 3-6 months shooting a movie. If she doesn't understand that right now, then you're not a good girl to me. Like,
I know. I fully get you.
Right,
Yeah, I
so
fully get you.
like understanding, and she needs to be So there was this thing I saw as an article before I started going out with my girl at the moment. Well, my girl. I'm not gonna say at the moment.
I'm not deleting. You're not deleting anything.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I get in trouble all the time. I'm good. But she's the first child, and I'm the first child.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was the articles like of these are the best matches in like relationships.
Same my situation as well.
Right, yeah,
world,
because
yeah.
we're like firstborns are usually understanding of
He's like trauma share, is it?
right, right. You know what I mean?
That's it,
so
though.
so we concede a lot because
Yeah.
because we just want the betterment of this situation. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
so that's why we
Send me
match.
the article, will you?
Yeah, it was a 2020. I can't. But yeah, it was one of those things like when I realized that okay, she's a good match for me. That was good for me. Now there's other girls who like other stuff and have these other qualities. I don't really care too much about it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? For me, good is understanding and just peaceful. Knows how to navigate through situations.
It's interesting you've said that because obviously this on this small scale, this content thing, we're trying to like ramp it.
Yeah.
So I'm out of the house more and more, and a part of me feels kind of like guilty that maybe I should be at home more, spend more time with her.
Yeah.
But I also understand that you got to put the work into this. And I can already see from the beginning, no, she's actually like understanding. She'll understand that, like, because apart from the content, I don't really leave my house to go clubs or whatever.
right.
So even when the fact that you said, I was like, oh, maybe that's where the understanding comes from because she's firstborn. And some days I'm like, I was out basically the whole weekend I spent with these guys. I wasn't at home with her. And then again today I'm here and she's home alone again.
Damn.
So I'd never kind of saw the dynamic. I was like, okay, that comes from maybe she had to give a lot being the firstborn. She had to look after the younger ones, be like, no, they put themselves in the betterment of themselves. So that's a real interesting way to
It's
look
that
at
thing
it.
though. Girls like the idea sometimes of their man being this successful dude.
Yeah.
you
But
have
what
to
comes
They,
with
they,
that?
they don't know what comes with it.
have no
yeah,
clue.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I always say people, everything you want comes with the dark side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People only ever want the light side. You want a guy that's super successful and super rich. You know what the dark side of that? He probably won't have your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, you want a girl that's super leng, bro, she's linked to everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna get moved to all the time.
Can you handle a bad bitch?
Do you get what I'm saying? It literally is that, and people always look at the great thing that they want. Oh, I want a guy that's gonna buy me all this. I want this. I want a girl that's gonna do all of this. Brother, something comes with that. It doesn't. It's not just
Something's gotta give.
roses.
So
Something's gotta give,
we do have good women, okay? Because they
100%.
do understand the long haul of this podcast thing. Because even my girlfriend, okay, we've done about 3 podcasts in a week or something. 3 podcasts in a week.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. Now get this, she's going Manny this weekend.
Sick.
So imagine, I could have been with any other girl that I'm off the whole 2 weeks doing podcasts, and now she's going to Manny with a single friend. Imagine if that was any other girl. Imagine if that was any other girl. You were just doing podcasts all week and then you know been crazy. Do you know what I mean? So I'm literally just
lonely.
I'm literally just like, you know what I mean? So like just it's just little intricate things like that. Like she understands what I'm doing for the podcast because she said to me she hasn't seen me. Do you know what I mean? So it's literally just like I just have to do it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
Dave
I'm
was
telling
telling
her,
me on the way here, I was like, you better explain to my girl what we're doing this many podcasts this week.
Yeah.
You better go in there and tell her what's happening over here.
See the thing with that as well, right? You look at we see our girls are understanding now. Yeah, I had a conversation about what if it's not like this. Right now I'm busy. I literally went to take a break just 2 days on Sunday and I came back yesterday. I literally just went by myself.
Oh, wow.
Because I was that burnt out.
yeah.
So I just want to take a break and I was like, can you understand? Like this is just at this level.
Yeah.
My plan is for this to go crazy.
Where you're doing it every day.
So if this goes crazy, can you
Can you handle it?
fathom the fact that this man might be do
Do you think it's easier to understand if it provides, not that they fully understand, if it provides a certain lifestyle for them too,
100%?
then they can firm
But
it
you're not
more.
providing
You're
a
allowed to
lifestyle,
be
but-
David Beckham if I can live soft life at home.
Yeah.
Do you know
get what I
kind of
mean?
way?
Like, I'm coming home. I want to talk about Becky, that bitch from work.
Yeah.
You're not here. You're going to go and talk to this lame girl over here.
that's why we call them ride or die. Is really like if you're able to ride when I'm like literally every day in the studio recording all these type of things there, and then when it finally, you know, blows, that's why I call you my ride or die, because you rode with me well.
Would you not at that stage, you guys not, would you not trade up as well?
Yeah, you know, the internet
What
will
do
say
we
you
trade
trade her in
up?
for a white woman.
Trade up if you blow up or you're not out.
I trying to get him in the time.
I'm asking against questions.
Yeah, a little upgrade.
No, it's not
like
upgrade.
if
You trade
you're
her
at
for a
that
white
level
woman.
now.
Okay.
If you're at that level now, Paige, who you say is
Yeah.
God's gift,
Paige.
she's hitting
Right.
you up.
Pages in my DMs.
She's in your DMs.
You know, Bob.
You've blown. You're in these rooms. You're at Love Island parties. Paige is like, I heard you say I'm God's gift. You know.
Yeah, no, the honest truth, bro, I'm sticking. This is one of the podcasts right now. I'm sticking with the missus.
But you know, it actually is crazy. But like that, is it easy to be on this side and say, oh yeah, you're understanding, but when it's her turn, are you understanding? Are you man understanding?
Yeah, I think I will be, because in my relationship, anyways, I've always pushed my missus to be the most she can be and the best version of herself. Like, I don't believe in, like, when I see people that are controlling or restrictive, I'm like, you will not get the best version of someone if you try to, like, restrict them or control them and you don't let them. It's also their own life.
For sure.
And I think I owe it to her to an extent. We're all gonna have to make sacrifices to explore if you can be the ultimate version of her that she can be. So if she had dreams and aspirations and she was pushing for it, and I was on I would offer I think I would offer the same understanding, because I look at it as like, that's my family now.
Yeah.
Why would I want that for my sisters, my brothers? Would I want you to go out there and aspire to be the best you can be?
Sure.
If you put the work in, I would want that for my family, and she's my family now. So yeah.
And let's face it,
She is,
if you were to restrict me, I'd have more of like a tendency to lie around it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, babe, I'm just going out for a walk around the corner. Like, yo, Jordan, pick me up at such state. We record, we come back. Do you know what I mean? So there's no point in doing it. Like just restricting someone so much, because they're gonna have more kind of like propensity to do it, like to sneak off and do it. Do you know what I mean? Or do something else. So
I got it.
Go ahead.
So let's say all you guys have girls in it. So
Oh, you're on the single too?
Come
on, bro.
Out here.
For now.
What, M50?
What you mean, come on, bro?
You're on M50 or?
Brother, in
or
the
you're
streets.
the M7?
in the streets.
All right, you lying down on the M. He's on the right lane. love it.
Fast lane still.
Fast lane.
You know, like, but okay, right now. Obviously, we're doing this content thing. It feels a bit grimy at times. Sometimes someone might pop off. That's when you have to get them on the pod, innit?
Yeah, for
Someone your girl doesn't like. She says,
Bro.
Do you know what? Real quick, I'll say this, yeah. So there's someone I was dealing with.
you know when you have to rub your face.
I will say this, KD. You understand content. You get it. You get
What's
content.
about, I know, and this is the thing, I do this and I get in trouble sometimes, but like it's worth it sometimes, you know.
Oh,
but
for
yeah,
sure.
oh for sure. I was dealing with someone, but the person kind of had a little bit of a break, you know, TikTok. People talking about this person. It was a bit of a movement. And it makes sense. Why not pull this person on the thing?
Controversy.
Right?
Yeah.
I wanted to. But yeah, no. I actually had to, like, you know.
Yeah. Would you live with your missus?
I don't live with her, no.
Yeah, no. Say, I wouldn't. I would tell the boys, yo, you mans get her on, yeah. I'm coming that way because I know it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
I can miss an episode.
Yeah.
But if someone is popping,
you might catch a Rico.
you might still-
That's
you
fine.
catch a
Let me
Rico
catch a
charge.
Rico.
No, it's easy to catch Rico because you could be like, I didn't go.
Yeah.
I love you.
No. It's beneficial for the podcast. So I'm willing to sit it out. I'm like, yo, if this girl is popping, yeah. If Eve is popping, you guys get Eve on. You stop Eve. Say Jordan had to travel. Let the clips pop. Let the followers pop. I'm back next week.
You're about to catch the braziest Rico charge. Like, so when I click on it, it says Jordan, Dave.
I'm not there.
You're there.
I'm not there.
Obviously, use planned and conspired to get this guest on together.
Yeah.
So you're just totally
You
blind to
consented.
it.
No.
You're just totally.
I will say the boys.
Jordan sitting there watching it like, oh shit, they go here.
No.
This
I didn't know
was-
about this. No. I'll be honest about it. I said the guys got her on, but I'm not doing that.
No,
episode.
this
Yeah,
this
you
this
don't understand it, right?
This
Yeah,
is
okay.
this
They
is.
got it.
I'm
I'm not
not
doing
gonna lie
that.
to you.
Oh, it's like a protest.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm throwing you guys under the bus. I was outvoted, babe. It was 2-1.
You're
I just don't like to do it.
Are you showing up to the podcast though?
No.
In the end, you didn't get the person on.
No, couldn't even try it.
Would you not let Tommy and Snow do the episode and you say?
Of course I would, but like Come on, man. I'm the main character.
I would have to be there.
You can't even promote by the time this episode's out there. The show's finished. The show's finished.
I actually wanted to real quick, man. Like, I know you. So you've been doing. I was listening to the pod with Nessa and Goody.
Yeah.
Wild. You man are crazy.
Who's you, man?
Everybody.
It's
You
them.
man were
Everybody
drunk in it.
I was
Them man
driving,
were
bro.
drunk.
I was
I was
driving,
My
bro.
words.
You were good?
I was good.
My words were slurring. To be fair.
Nesser, this guy and Goody were gone.
But you
Yeah.
know what? You man, like the way you man was saying it was like, oh, we're not drinking again on the pod. I thought that was a brilliant episode.
Oh no,
I'm
bro.
uncle.
We've
I'm
reloaded
uncle.
that.
You think they'll listen to me?
Brilliant.
They'll bring alcohol again. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
They're adults.
Bro,
It was brilliant.
Bro, bring your wife as designated driver so we can do it.
Yeah.
But no,
Be
it was,
serious.
I was gonna say like and I remember you saying like you've been doing pod for a long time. You man were doing pods as well.
Yeah.
Tree at the back was
Three
it?
at the back, yeah. With
Yeah.
Joe. Shout out
And-
Joe.
But like I feel like this thing what you have going on right now,
Yeah.
Treasures the Game, is it.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think you
for
man
sure.
should just keep going. That's where you begin to see your break.
Let me give you your credit. It's because you guys, credit to you, set the bar. This is the bar now.
Yeah.
So if you want to do this, proper, you
Yeah.
guys show up every week. You have the visuals, you have the clips. So I started to these mans. I'm like, that's the bar. Like not like a
Yeah,
We
for
want
sure.
to envy them things. Like this
Yeah.
is the bar.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we're gonna do it at all, if we can't match that.
Yeah.
What's the point? Because I'm listening to the Irish scene, just the music now. I listened to Mia Khalifa, and then I saw Officer's new thing.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, that's the bar now.
For sure.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna do music,
You gotta be
levels have changed. So that's credit to
Do
you,
you
man.
do you know how many times we've been in meetings like, lads, we need to get this shit right. Look at where's your head at. Like this is like
because
it's
the-
because the
the minimum-
formula is there.
Yeah.
The minimum requirement for us, like when we were starting it was, boys, the minimum, we're gonna show up every single week. And like people don't understand what commitment means sometimes. When you say commitment, like commitment is not based on your feelings.
Your feelings.
It's like gym. It's like doing it when you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's
When you
actually
do
where
not wanna do it.
Exactly, that's where you actually become a better podcaster and everything.
Yeah.
Because there's days you come in here, you're like
Today.
right?
No,
Yeah.
But when I had a conversation, I was saying it to Dave driving, I was like, the way that I feel like I don't want to do this, I'm gonna enjoy this. And then
Yeah.
when we're having the little chat outside,
Yeah.
just to get, I was like, nah, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, for sure,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
enjoy
Like
this.
you,
Yeah.
no good.
No, yeah, but just to put in it, was like it really was because because me and Deji were at your live show, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Deji,
yeah.
if we're gonna do it at all, and we can't,
Point, yeah.
what's the point? You know, the kind of way to just it was iron sharpen. I watched a lot of MMA. They say iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
if
that's
the
in the
bar
Bible.
was still here, because initially we were just doing audio, put it out, because there was no levels.
Yeah,
When the
yeah.
levels change,
Bro.
either you meet expectations or you give up or you let it
Yeah,
go.
and
you know?
it's every day looking at your content and saying like I look at I even as detailed as like set design. I look at the backgrounds for both of us, and each week I'm like,
I'm that weirdo.
yeah.
They just becoming like that too.
Yeah, he's picking up
But
on
But when
it.
you become
Yeah.
meticulous
Yeah.
about the 1%,
Yeah.
then over time everyone's like, oh geez, your thing looks sick, you know, and then you're like, you don't even notice that it had a massive drastic change.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you look at your first video, episode 1, and you look at flipping.
Because it's about looking the part. Like it's all good and well doing it in your room. You could do a 10 out of 10 in your room. Do,
Yeah,
do
for
you know what I
sure.
mean? Which right, you have the intangibles nailed down. But this shit is looking like a crack house right now. The area you're doing a podcast in, do you know? Not this place, but like it's about looking the part. Like, do you know?
I saw a video of when I was doing DM podcast and like just in my house I was like, what we have now?
You can't once you do it, you can't go back to it.
can't-
You
yeah.
can't go back
You've
to it.
always got to do this.
Yeah.
Even,
No
go
good.
ahead.
Why did you stop rapping?
Bro, that's a good question.
Wait. He was a rapper.
You didn't know?
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
know
Yeah,
David
gospel
was a
rapper.
Yeah, I was doing
Yeah,
gospel, then
yeah,
I slightly
gospel
split a
rap,
bit
yeah.
of secular there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was I've not stopped rapping. I'm still in the studio.
Yeah.
Like I'm in
Yeah,
the studio
yeah.
more than.
What's wrong with this man? They just hoard music. They never put anything out, man.
And I'm not even not on an arrogant thing. I do think I'm the best in the country. Like no, that's not even.
So
On,
you're the DJ
I
rappers.
say not being arrogant,
Yeah.
but at the same time I gotta give myself the flowers.
He said I have range.
I don't
Best
think.
of what though? Best of what? Gospel rap or rap?
No rap, bro.
So you're the Jesse of rappers.
Jesse's good, man. But I'm better than
No, I
Jesse.
remember- I
if
remember the
Jesse
whole
was a
rap
rapper.
thing.
I know what you mean.
I remember the whole rap thing could have taken off for you because I remember you did like a slight motive
Yeah,
feature.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember that back in
Yeah,
the day.
no, it was like the only reason that I'm you take whatever you want to take from that, but I'm like I don't feel like anyone thinks like me in rap.
What you mean?
Damn.
What you mean?
Like he means
What do
like
you mean
when
by
he
And
raps.
I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one of my guys, literally like a month ago, and I was like, I've been out of the rap thing for like 3 years.
Yeah.
2019, I dropped my last thing, but I've been out for about 3 years, and I still haven't found anybody that's as sick as me.
See, the thing is,
You know what?
the thing is,
You know that?
I would love to sit here and back you up, but until you bring out that track,
Everyone's saying this to me.
until you
Everyone's
bring
like,
out that track,
they would bring out the track, and I'm like,
He said he was like, yeah, wasters.
yeah. No. I think obviously, what you were saying earlier, I love what I'm seeing in the scene at the moment.
Yeah.
But the reason, okay, I'll tell you the truth. Right? The reason I stopped rapping, was because I was getting upset.
Of what?
Jeez.
that's when the best songs come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was getting
What?
upset like at the people that were making it. It became an envious thing, so I had to step out of it.
Wait.
Who upset you that made
Wait,
it?
please elaborate on this.
He doesn't have to say.
No, but I hear what you're saying. No, the scene was very different. Like a few years ago, like people were just like in 2018, 2019, and that people were literally just making podcasts to make podcasts. People were just rapping just to rap.
Yeah.
So I could see the discrepancies there that you were pissed off about, because I used to look and go, these guys are because I was podcasting back then. I was like, these guys are just podding the pod, like, do you know what I mean? They're just like, we haven't got a good conversation. Let's buy a podcast. It's the same with rapping. Like these guys were just like I met, bro. Do you remember the SU?
Yeah.
I want to know. I think I know a particular rapper. Yeah. I remember we were having a conversation about rap.
Yeah.
And he didn't know none of these rappers. He didn't know none of these rappers.
guy?
No?
No, I'll say it, Mike. I'll say it, Mike. Yeah. But we're up in the top room, you know, the Genie Johnson or whatever like that. We're all chatting about rap. This guy doesn't know any rappers. I'm like, okay, fair enough. You know, he's probably not with rap. He's probably listening to different things. A few months later, like, they're calling him one of the hottest rappers in Ireland. And I'm like,
Yeah, them ones.
I'm like,
Them ones.
I'm like, see, I can't help but think.
that was my frustration, bro. That was my
Yeah.
frustration. It was like, I know, like, hands down, I think there's probably a handful, 5 really good rappers in the country.
Name them.
Jafaris, Lilo
Okay.
from Hair Squared. When I say really, really good, do you know what? I look at Cello and I'm like, he's actually really good.
No, Cello's
Cello's
a star. Cello's a star.
Cello's really
I
good.
watched his video,
No doubt.
this guy's a star.
Cello-
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
This guy's a star.
Cello is gonna be gone.
Yeah,
for
this
sure.
guy's a
In the
star.
next couple in a year or so.
Rappers. And there's some
You can't name 5.
can't even name 5, bro. Listen, and the rest is not that the rest are rubbish. They're just not elite. They're not.
Okay,
They're not.
So that's elite.
Yeah.
Who's good? Name 2 that are good.
Oh, like
You can name bare people.
yeah, bro. Evans
okay,
Jr.,
okay.
JLOL. There's loads of them that are like
Yeah.
really good rappers.
Yeah.
But when I think about like wordplay, storytelling,
What
your
about George
metaphors.
II?
What's this kid's name?
What's his name?
George II. Remember him?
Yeah, I
He
think
was
he's
dropping
good. Yeah.
stuff on
Do you know who's cold as well? What's his name? Oh, I've only heard one track. Him and Damola Samojo.
Samojo.
Cold, bro. Him and Damola has one track. Like,
Yeah.
the way they're
Is it with the
flowing
dread
in.
Samojo?
Yeah.
Oh, lads.
Wait, where did he go?
Lads,
Exactly.
His flaw was he wasn't dropping music.
Exactly. But that's the thing.
I remember he used to freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just
He'd
like,
be in
it
town.
was-
He'd be like Grafton the street, just rapping,
just rapping
freestyling.
casually.
And I'll walk up and he'd be like, "Yeah, David."
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I was getting frustrated at the fact that like these man, like Hair Squad had a moment where they were doing a crazy thing. Jafaris had his moment when he was doing the man.
They just go
Why did
Yeah.
why did he stop? That Stride album was so good. Where is he?
I was like, Jafar is just gonna take us to
Yeah.
the
We're not in an
Yeah.
era of talent at the moment, boys. This
Sorry,
is
what you- I-
not. This is not the talent era at the moment.
Okay, what? It's the era of what?
What vibe and hype, bro?
But this is the thing. Do you not feel like good music will always rise?
Yes, it will. That's what I'm saying. Like at this moment, it's what is gonna pop on TikTok. But we're eventually gonna get back to the place where, like, do you know what? Like that's why Beyonce's been here for so long. Talent is always gonna remain.
Right,
But
Primo's rise to the crowd.
yeah,
I would say, give them the TikTok shit. Once you get there, do what you want to do. Like, what's her
for
name?
sure.
Doja Cat. Bitch, I'm a
Central
cow. Moo.
Oh yeah.
what was that?
And then
song?
that was the song that popped her. And then she was
Yeah.
like, oh, wait, now that I'm here, you guys, I have your attention. Let me show you that I'm actually an artist.
She's good. Yeah.
So sometimes you just need to, like, get the eyes on you. Once you get the eyes on you,
Are you saying
you go.
translation, aim for the hit?
Not aim for the hit, but, like, if you, like, sometimes give the people what they want. Do you get what I'm saying? Because sometimes
Which is the hit, though?
Okay, but what I'm saying, right, is that you have these talented rappers that, like, you get upset that people are popping that you're not popping, and then you stop releasing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you just kept going,
Yeah.
you never know if you're gonna get
100%.
those
But
views.
My thing was I wasn't even stopping because I was like I was stopping because I wasn't going into the studio with good intentions.
Yeah.
Like I'm there like these other rappers are stupid and like, do you know what I mean? I'm just
Coming
thinking
across bitter.
Yeah, I'm like Joe Budden now. Do you know what I mean? I'm not standing here like these young rappers when instead I'm supposed to like
Embrace them.
embrace them like
Yeah,
you man.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm talking to Cello every other day in the studio because he's around in Jungle Beam. And he's telling me how he was listening to me like while he was like coming up in the
He
thing.
loves the culture.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he was like,
yeah.
yo, bro, you, Evans Jr., Andre, like I was looking at you, man. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, but I was obviously not with Cello, but I'm looking at some other rappers like, you man are just like coming out here doing your ABC rap, and then everyone's like going crazy over it. So I had to take myself out of the equation, and it allowed me then to like, okay, evaluate why I'm doing this, why I want to do this. And then, like, most importantly, like, come into my own sound. Because I was rapping in a heavy Hackney accent, boys.
You're from Clondalkin.
Like, I'm like heavy Hackney accent. I was proper, like, you know, doing the whole London thing.
At least you're honest about it, though.
Yeah, no. So,
Yeah,
and then you realize, like, someone like Cello comes along and he just comes in with a dub accent.
Bro, he's saying Tish Mahori.
Tish
as a
Mahori,
bar.
and I'm
You
thinking,
said catch you in the
what?
post 13.
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
going on?
this is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so
yeah.
then it made me like, oh, let me go back into the studio and develop the sound.
Yeah.
Now when I'm gonna eventually release music, I could genuinely say I'm not doing it for the masses.
But are you saying that because the podcast is doing what it's doing?
Exactly.
Fair. Fair.
Exactly.
And doing the podcast, realizing I could be my authentic self and people will fuck with it. That's what's
giving me the joy, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to sit here, not to put on a stupid accent. I'm allowed to talk about what I want to talk about, and I put it out to my own audience, not through Spotify and hope that it's on Spotify, but you're hoping that it gets picked up by a playlist or whatever. I'm just putting out to people that genuinely want to listen to me, right? So I feel like that is my bag. Music is my passion. Where I'm like, I'm putting that out to people. Like Deji was like, "Where's your music gone?" And Deji could be like, "Oh, David has some music, and he can enjoy that for himself on SoundCloud." I'm even gonna put it on Spotify thing. It's gonna enjoy it on SoundCloud for people that really care about my music.
Yeah, that's a bit like podcasting because I remember, God, man, we used to throw everything at the wall. Like at the start of this thing, like I even think back in cringe sometimes when like I think of a topic and I do my research about it just to talk about the topic. And bro, I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, I did not want to talk about it. So like we used to just throw everything at wall. Okay, this is what's generating conversation
what's
right now.
commenting right
And then
now.
one day we just went, guys, let's just talk about what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And that's when we start getting the whole recognition, like the small flowers for different things. It's like, because when you are talking, it feels like these kind of infant like podcast listeners. They're like, when you're talking, it feels like I'm in the room with you and stuff like that. But that's what you want. You don't want
That's
to
what
be
it's supposed to do.
bro, right? Like it's supposed to be the simplicity of it. Like it's not supposed to be we're sitting here talking about politics or talking about religion or talking about this or that. We don't care. What we want people to get familiar with is our own authentic selves. Like that's really it. Like.
And you get labeled, I've heard on other podcasts and I've heard from you, so if you get labeled man of God and you have open circle, you have other endeavors, but you also do a podcast where you talk wild.
Yeah, for sure.
When those do you ever get called out on that or get called a hypocrite or people look at you funny?
I'm sure people in their homes, and that's actually asking me the same thing.
That's a good
I'm
question,
sure
I
people
have
in
my notes.
in a private, someone was probably looking at me like, this dude is weird. I swear he like leads a thing like a youth ministry, and this youth ministry isn't like, again, it might come across crazy, but like it's probably the biggest young adult ministry. Probably, yeah.
Bro, I saw
Open
that shit.
Circles even.
I saw that shit looking like a concert the other day. I was
Right,
like,
yesterday it was like.
I swear this thing used to be like a 6 man in a circle.
Yeah, like yesterday we had people that couldn't come in. They had to stay on the stairs and couldn't engage in the session.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason I think nothing to do with me. I believe that's all God, but the reason people don't come up to me on some craziness is because I never tell them that I am this perfect dude. I never come from an angle of I have sorted this out. You better sort your own thing out. I'm always coming from an angle of we're all learning together, right? Yeah. So when you come with that angle first, then you break the barrier. You break the perception that he is higher than me. He's on. So at the start of the sessions, I'm talking to every single person.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the story, man? Call it age, bro. I feel 6 modules as well.
Yeah.
So we're here now. Now you hear me. Now you actually are more inclined to listen to me when I'm talking to you.
Because you've given, like I've said it so many times, it's like a reason why I fell in love out of love with like religion and the church.
Yeah.
Because you're people giving you this aura of perfection, and then you're getting older. And you start to eventually. I always say this. To my missus. I'm like, one day we're gonna have kids, and our kids one day they'll see us for who they are.
Right.
So you're better off not.
Yeah.
Like we all see our parents for who they are.
Facts.
You get older, you're like, you're a human being with flaws. And
Mom,
this.
you a hoe. Like,
You feel like you know.
not really. Like,
Your mom's gonna listen to this. so when I started getting older and I started seeing this, I'm like, why do these people give me an aura like they're holier than thou? Yeah, do you know that kind of aura? Then things started to change. Fiona came on the podcast. Shout out to her, and she was like, "No, she's a believer. She believes in God. Well, I know I did things in Malta that God wouldn't be proud of, and I've
for
hurt him. So
sure.
I have to say sorry." And that authenticity in the moment, I'm like, do you know how many people would pretend to run holidays, but because they go to church, they have to be like, "Oh, I carried myself in a certain way."
Yeah.
Then that kind of opened my mind. It's like your way of teaching youth ministries through authenticity. People will come through as
yeah,
well.
I'm telling people, bro, the other day I got horny, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I heard that,
I felt
yeah,
like
yeah.
shoulder shrugging. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You tell, like, when you say stuff like that, right? It then immediately, geez, like, I felt like that yesterday as well.
And it's not sinful, and I don't have to feel bad about it.
Right,
it's
because
natural.
you're a human being
reaction,
and you
yeah.
will feel horny. How else do you feel like you're gonna have kids? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I come with that angle, and then I also wanted to show people like on the podcast, right? So if you ever like hear us talk about like something like sex or stuff like that, we always talk a lot of times. Oh, see when you're married, because I'm still trying to like let the you know my audience in open circle know that I still have core values on like I'm on the celibate thing or
Are you?
yeah.
Okay.
So on the celibate thing or on the abstinence thing, whatever it is, and I'm waiting till marriage. So I made that kind of clear in the podcast, although sex is not an evil topic to talk about. So we could talk about sex. We could talk about crazy, what you call wild and stuff like that. But it's never anything that is in direct conflict of my values or who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sex got stigmatized within our culture.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But
Yeah.
I do think it's one of those things where like people don't take the comments you are seriously. Like one of my boys, he told me like he started getting into religion, he got into church, and he'd be like, yeah, like I fuck up. Like literally one time I went to go get some head after head. I was like, yo God, I got some head. I'm sorry. But we go again.
There was a time where
Oh my God, go ahead. Can I quickly just say,
Sorry.
I flipping did a Bible study with a chick. This is what year is it? 2022. This is about 6 years ago. This is nice. I've been saved 10 years.
okay.
Yeah, so I've been like in the religion 10 years. Did a Bible study with some chick, yeah. Good Bible study. Learned about Jesus and all that.
Where's this guy?
What do you mean by that?
Boys, we finished.
What do you mean by that?
I promise you, boys, put the Bible down on the staircase. Put the Bible down. So what you saying, no?
It happened.
This guy, bro. My
So I had to
story.
lay hands on her head. You get me? But yeah, we'll continue. What you saying?
Lay hands on her head. It's crazy.
But it happened.
No,
Like,
it does happen.
And that's the thing. Like you know,
Go back to God and say sorry.
That's why literally
forgives.
because
God
like,
forgives.
my thing about religion in the first place that like I remember it so clearly. Like I haven't been like religious and all that in years. Like I haven't like I believe in God, all that kind of stuff. But the day I was going for my first graduate job.
Yeah.
Like bro, I've been trying to get jobs forever. I couldn't get any. I was I just fresh out of college. I am beyond broke. I'm on my way walking to this place. I've got to get this fucking job. And I go and I'm like, God, please. When was the last time you prayed?
Yeah.
And I said, fuck that. And I just walked in.
Did you get the job?
Oh yeah. but for me, it was kind of like one of those situations where it's kind of like I kind of didn't see the point of asking for forgiveness for something that I know that I'm gonna do again. Like I know that like I'm gonna ask for forgiveness for you maybe get a little bit ahead here. But I know I'm gonna get ahead next week, bro. Like, it's worth-
Ever have a pregnancy scare and tell God if you
last time.
if you let me away from this,
This
I'll
is the
never have
last
sex again.
time.
I will do it again. And then next week you did it again.
bro.
Next tomorrow,
Bro, I took it so far. And the pregnancy scare, yeah. I prayed, God, please don't let this girl be pregnant, blah blah. As soon as we found out she wasn't pregnant, guess how we celebrated?
Bro.
Unprotected sex.
No, that is
It's very on brand. It's very on brand. It's very on brand as well.
he's on the M50.
He's in bus lane right now. Crazy bastard.
Like the thing, I think what I also my main thing that I'm teaching, especially, is the misconception that we have about this forgiveness thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot, like, we grew up, right, especially like the ones that grew up in church, right? We grew up with the elders telling us, if you sin, God is upset with you and he wants to send you to hell. And I feel like if you ever read a book, please read it in context. So you pick out this scripture and then preach this scripture to me and expect me to, like, and I just take it as it is. And then the one thing I'm trying to show people is like, yo, bro, if you read the context of this,
You can apply it to
right, like, as
real
in,
life.
yes, like,
Yeah.
and you would realize actually what was being taught was actually not the intention behind the writer.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously you sent a text before and someone has read that text wrong.
Yeah. When you're arguing with your Mrs. True text,
Or
everything is
they
getting
read
misconstrued.
it in a different tone than you said it in.
Or
Yeah.
has it ever happened where you sent a text or you sent a text and then she may have got the text? I'm like, oh, I don't know what this means. And shows our friend. The friend's like, yo, he's telling you.
He's telling you a
Yeah.
He said
dickhead.
you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how the scripture happens. That's how it gets taken out of context all the time. It's because the intention behind me that wrote it is completely different from the way these people are taking it, you know? And if you look at the whole Bible, like, contextually, like, forgiveness was done on the cross. He's not actually trying to, it's not a thing of every single time you make a mistake, he has to go, oh, I'm going to forgive you again. Like, he's done it once and for all.
Okay.
And it's just about us realizing that and then walking. So this is how I explain it to people. It's, say, when you, like, give your life to God and all these type of things, you become, as the Bible will say, the righteousness of God. But our parents taught us you have to work to be righteous. And that was the Old Testament. You had to work to be righteous. Whereas the New Testament, you become righteous because you believe. Right? So I tell people, once you believe and you're now declared righteous. So if you go back and get head tomorrow, it's like I'm 25 years old. Asking, I'm 25-year-old man behaving like a 6-year-old boy.
Okay.
I've got to look at the 25-year-old me. Got to look at me acting like a 6-year-old. Say,
Yeah.
that's not you. Step back into your 25. That's all it is. When you make a mistake like that, it's not about, oh God, I'm so sorry. I've done this. Like, of course you have this, like, guilt in you, but it's like, it's one of those things where you say, that's actually not who I am. I am the righteousness of Christ. I am no longer a sinner. So you just tell yourself, the 6-year-old you, that's not who I am anymore. I'm now 25. And that's how I describe it to people, so they can get out of this whole guilt condemnation mindset. Because it doesn't do anyone any good. In fact, it pushes people further away.
And I feel like it's one of those ones where it's like, people feel like, if I just did something bad, I can't pray. If I just, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Best time to pray.
Confession, yeah. Sometimes I'll be praying and getting flashbacks.
For sure.
Bro,
That happened to me in church.
Yeah.
Happened to me in
Worst
church.
place. I played piano in church. Bad place.
I remember, not to cut you off, I remember I did a translation in church. I do it from
Yeah.
like Lingala and French to English. Like, I was doing the translation. The girl that I was with over the weekend, she was in the choir. So I'm doing the translation,
Yeah.
looking at her. I'm like, God, this is
this
not
ain't
good.
right.
This cannot be good, bro.
Bro, I was in, boys, you're talking to somebody who's made most of my goals was scored in church.
but you know what? They do say the instrumentalists are the worst.
You played
I
instruments,
was scoring in the church league. Boys, oh,
Get
Desi,
booked.
what if happens? What if it's bookings? If it's tappings, whatever. I was scoring. I was assisting as well, boys. Number 10. Did everything, but I promise you, man. And so imagine me now playing the piano and at the front of the church. I'm looking about 4. I'm looking, what? Easy. Easy. I'm playing the piano like, I'm looking, give this one a look, and this one's it was a different movement.
So you were saying, we cut you off.
No, yeah, but
flashbacks in
again,
church.
flashbacks, and then it's kind of like, it feels like, oh, I can't really pray right now because, you know, it's getting crazy.
It's
I have my
kind of as
cheeks and
well.
that.
I hate. I don't think we normalize praying when stuff's going good.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm always going to God as an emergency. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like someone go, yo, lend me money. And I'm literally running to God and going, yeah, please do this. Like, but it's always when something's going bad. Yeah. So I'm the same as you. It's like out of resistance or this sort of stubbornness. I'm like, no, because I'm always going to him. So I won't pray at all.
Yeah.
But then maybe to balance that out sometimes, I need to pray to him when stuff's going good.
Yeah, but for me, you know what? For me, what happened was I felt like a hypocrite. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
in mid prayer, I was like, you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
And then I was like, just dead the thing. Just leave it.
There's uncontrolled thoughts. And one thing on the podcast, when our guest comes personally, I've heard a story that you told yourself about your mom and her siblings.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to tell the lads, because I have a question on that, because I wanted to see how that would affect you and in the house growing up. Because I think it was the episode with Victor, and you said about how your grandmother lost 10 siblings.
Yeah, 10
kids.
Yeah.
So your mom was only the 2 that stayed alive.
Yeah.
And she had no love to kind of give to your mom. And
Yeah.
I remember, like, I don't know where it was. I think I was driving home and I was listening to this. I'm like, it's coming on the pod. I got to ask him about how that affected you at home. Because coming from that environment, I would be the same as your grandmother. If I lost 10 children, I promise you, I can't love it. I can't love it. I'm bitter at life. So did that have any impact at home with you?
Yeah, no, I think, like, obviously, we all know, like, most African kids just got, like, beaten when they was younger. I think one thing that it kind of makes me the way I am today was my mom had to overstand, and I call overstand, like, understanding when you don't have an explanation. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if you do something bad to me and I'm like, oh geez, why did you do that, Deji? And then you explain it to me, then I understand. But if you don't give me an explanation, and my mom, what she did was overstand without the explanation. She had to just understand it, right? So my mom, she was just like on a random thing, just like on that thing, not like, I won't say like abusive, but she's like no explanation, just hit you, just the whole thing. I remember being in church. She took me one time. We was in church and she's taking me to the bathroom at the back of the church, right? Taking me to the bathroom because I was outside. Like, I wasn't even doing a madness then. I was just rough play, kids.
Yeah.
Took me to the toilet, just whacked me, went back to the front of the church. Like nothing happened, it was that type of thing. I was just looking at this woman is she a monster? What's going on here? And I think she was doing a lot of self-reflection and a lot of healing herself. Yeah. Because she realized, like, my dad, that's the whole story of, like, he's supposed to come back. He's supposed to come home. He went to get milk, whoever it is. But he never showed up, right? But it was one of those things where we're waiting. And she's realizing that, this might not happen. So she's now got to take care of her kids. And so she has to do some self-reflection and some healing herself. So when she started doing that, I remember vividly, she calls me and my brother to the living room and she says, one question. Do you want me to smack you or talk to you? We were like, of course we're going to say, talk to us. And then from then on, never laid hands on us. But every single time anything happened, she'll talk to us. And my mom could talk for.
Talking's worse than smacking.
It is worse than smacking.
Yeah, it's harder than any smacking.
Yeah, but the talking, I will say to this day, it makes me who I am. Because we became very relational. We're very, very, very close, because you'll talk and she'll tell me some of our pain and she's like, you can talk to me. And I'm like, hey, listen, this is how I feel about this. And so we were talking. And now she's like best friend. She's amazing. But I feel like it was down to her to heal. It wasn't, my dad wasn't going to help her. Nobody was going to help her.
Yeah.
It was down to her to heal from the trauma. Because her mom would call her to the room, Nothing. Didn't do anything wrong. Just because, let me just get off some steam, maybe.
Bad day, innit? The white man.
Waka. Yeah, the white, but it was a Nigerian man. Yeah. And think about the pain of my grandmother's lost 10 kids, has 2 that survived. The one my mom, the youngest one that's surviving, she's still thinking that she's still eventually gonna die.
have that
So
PTSD.
if I can't attach myself to her because she's eventually gonna die.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just be wicked to her. Then my grandfather dies. So they take the land off her. She's got to now be in the market selling, I think it was like cola nuts. Don't know what it was. She's selling like some next thing, and she doesn't have place to stay, all these type of things there. So it's like terrible conditions
Yeah.
to now show love is the last thing on her mind.
Yeah.
Especially in Western society.
Yeah.
It's like I'm supposed to come to Western society now, like drop my upbringing, unlearn all these things.
Yeah.
It's a tedious process. It takes a while
Yeah.
because like my mom is similar in a sense where she lost both her parents within a year.
Crazy.
93 and 94. So I never even met my grandparents.
Okay.
But the trauma of losing both your parents within a year, and then it's the same kind of customs in like Zambia. It's like if it doesn't matter if you're the oldest, if you have no parents occupying the land, occupying where you stay, we're taking it.
For sure.
Family coming in, uncles coming in, taking everything, taking for it. It's a traumatic experience. So she's having to raise from she's the oldest.
Yeah.
So by nature, she's having to raise everybody else. And there's a lot of anger and there's a lot of resentment towards what's happened. There's a lot of confusion. It's like, why has this happened to me?
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's like, after a few years when she's done it, she's moved to Western life. Rest is history, had me and had that. But there's still, sometimes I can still see that anger and upset in her.
Yeah.
I can see her gradually, still year by year by year by year to this day. Imagine this happened over 25 years ago.
Jeez.
She's still having to unlearn. There's still a layer getting taken off every year for when it happened. And there's still going to be a layer taken off till, God forbid, up until the day. But she's trying to unlearn year by year by year.
At least she's being intentional about it.
And the perspective I enjoyed is when you said it's like, that's why you don't give people excuses. Like to say, I had a rough upbringing or I had a... Because at some stage, I think I said it to Goody, was like, at some stage, it's up to you now to fix the relationship with your dad. So at some stage, it's up to you now. It gets to an age where you're accountable for your action. I say this, it's like, if I go outside and I fuck up, nobody's going back to my parents and say, look at your kid, look what your kid did outside. We're not 12 anymore, you know?
Exactly.
Unless you're white.
What?
Unless you're white.
Yeah. So
So
sometimes
he has an agenda, bro.
No. What? These guys going up in mass shootings. Oh, you know, he came from a troubled home. What the fuck about your troubled home?
It comes to a stage that's the perspective I enjoy. It comes to a stage where you're an adult now. We don't want to hear that you're even though, of course, like David said, it plays a part to your upbringing.
Yeah.
But I guess you witnessing at home, you said, no, this woman took initiative to heal.
Bro.
She said, I'm gonna heal, and she did.
Somebody wants to break the cycle at some stage.
She's told me when she had that conversation with me, she's only told me she's only said to me, Dave, my mom used to just smack me. She hasn't even given me context as to she lost. This is why her mom was like this. She just told me my mom used to just smack me, and I'm just asking you guys, what do you want me to do? Smack you or talk to you? And we were like, this is a stupid question, but then like it was maybe 5-6 years later, I've realized she's told me the whole story. I'm like, oh, that's why because she didn't want to repeat the same cycle. And my thing, right? I have a lot of like, I guess, mantras that I go by. We can't repeat the same cycle because it's foolishness on our part. Listen, I understand because when we talk to Goody and saying go talk to your dad, I understand how tough it is to talk to somebody who doesn't care about you. Like I understand that. It's not for me to come and say go and talk to your dad. I need to be able to come to his level and say, bro, I understand how difficult this may be, but this is how essential it is. You know what I mean? So me till this day, my dad doesn't reach out to me. I reach out to him, and the pain each time of texting, and it's oh, how are you? Good. This has been for 25 years. The same conversation,
Bro. Why do Africans that do? Brother, my father, we had the
go
same
again.
conversation.
We go again.
Me and this man had the same conversation for at least I want to say 25 years. Bro, did you? How are you? Fine.
Right.
How's everybody? Fine.
Fine.
How's school? Brother,
school.
I graduated school. I graduated school how many years ago?
So the issue I had, right, was I didn't realize I was still seeking validation from my dad.
Bro.
Yeah. So don't cry. but think about it like this, right? I realized there was this. Oh, it's crazy because, right, I did my leaving cert, and I'm performing, and this time I'm performing in churches. I'm performing bare places. It was one day like this. I think it was like African Day or whatever it is. I've done four gigs in the one day, and I was no car, so I'm using like buses and stuff like that, right? So I get to this my last gig, and before it was me and Jafar who were going to perform. So before we're about to go on the stage, there's this like prophet woman, right? And she's like, she'd come up to me, and she'd come up. Whoever didn't do well, the leavers had come up, and I'm just standing there looking at her. Jafar does this. He looks at me. I'm like, this guy, the prick.
You're smart. You look
Yeah. So obviously he put me on the spot, so and I just had to walk forward. I'm about to perform as well, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm coming forward, and she's praying for everybody, and then she stops at me and she goes, "Shh, don't be angry at your dad. I promise you, don't know this woman from Adam. Never seen her man in life. No, like, do you know? Don't be angry at your dad." And bear in mind, at this time I wasn't angry at my dad. I was still hopeful. I was still, he's still gonna come one day, like genuinely, because on the phone that's all we hear. Like, yeah, I'm coming next year, whatever. So she said, "Don't be angry at your dad." I'm like, it's kind of a strange one, but how do you know about my dad?
I hate it when they hit you with them ones.
Hit me with it.
She's tapping into stuff
hate
you're
them
not
shit.
even tapping
I'm
into.
not
at
even
all.
there.
Yeah.
Right? But because she knew about my dad issue, that word stuck with me.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, so I did my repeat. It wasn't okay. So within about a year, I'm about to go into Rap Minds College to do my repeat my leaving cert, and it was only
Hey, shout out.
5.
Repeat it as well. You
Come
know.
on, for sure, bro. It's only like, I think it was like 300 or 400 euro. My mom skint. We went to Vincent de Paul's for some money, for shopping, for Aldi shopping for a house, like. So my mom skins has no money to put me into anywhere. My dad, call him. I'm about to. Same question every time we talk. How are you? How's the family?
How's school?
How's school? I need to pay for school. It's only 300 quid. No answer, no nothing. I'm thinking, shh. Now I'm getting angry. Now, so what she said last year is now dawning on me.
Yeah.
And I quickly got so bitter to the point where I was like, "Do you know what?
Fuck you.
If he dies, I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
We've all been there.
That was me, boys. That's straight up. I was like, I remember being in the gym with Jafar. She said, "Yeah, if he died," me and Jafar like stood there in the gym, cried together. I was like, "Yo, I don't give a rat's if this fella goes, man." I was that angry, that I was raging, and it'd be like, you know what I mean? I had this void for so long, and then I began to like process and try and heal from the issue. It was only until 2019 where I realized, geez, I haven't even healed at all. So it's the validation thing. I graduate from NCI, right? I call him, yo, graduated. He's in London, by the way. Graduated, blah blah blah. Oh, congrats. We have a ticket for you to come. There's only 2 tickets, my mom and my dad. We have a ticket for you to come. Yeah, no worries. Let me get back to you on that. Let me get back to you. Like, get back.
Yeah.
So they ain't getting back to you.
Here was the mad thing where I realized, geez, David, here's the mad thing, right? It's about maybe a month to the graduation. I'm calling like, yo, what's the story? No, it was about, I think it was actually about 2 weeks before the graduation. I'm calling like, Dad, what's the story? How are you? I'm good. How's college? I'm like,
I just told you I graduated.
I just told you I graduated.
Yeah.
That's even why I'm calling you.
So when I heard that, I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. go on.
Yeah.
My mom sent him the tickets. Come if you want to come. He didn't respond, didn't text me. And I remember that day, I was just like, I'm still seeking his validation. And it's paining me because he's not here. And I have to heal. He can't help me heal. My mom can't help me heal. I just have to heal myself. And stop seeking validation from man. Because
hard, though.
it's very, very hard.
Yeah.
You want that from your father.
You got to do it.
Yeah, no, I hear, because I've said it so many times. It sticks in my head. Graduation, my dad, same thing.
Oh, same
Graduated
thing?
from college. My
Yeah.
dad was giving a speech and he says, "I didn't think you'd make it here. I'm so proud of you." No. Because I repeated the leaving cert and then I went to do a PLC. So he was like, "This guy is just not gonna Like,
What,
I wanted to give up. So whenever I wanted to give up, he tried to encourage me. I was like, Dad, this education thing isn't for me. Like, I'm repeating the leaving cert. I'm going to do PLC. But my mom that keeps saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. I was in college and I'll be doing repeats and I'm like, man, I don't even want to do this thing.
Did that fulfill you when he said, I never thought you would make it?
Bro, it's I remember how I felt in the moment till today. And the fact that I heard it, it's enough for me.
That was good for you.
It's enough.
Yeah,
I don't, even if I
never
never
got
hear
that
it again,
stuff.
I'm happy.
You know what? You know, because I'm on your vibe, right? So I had a conversation with my mom. Like, literally, I never expected, like, I come into the house, yo, mom, what's good, blah, 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 blah. We start talking. We end up talking for 5 hours. Like, we talk about everything. Like, literally, like, one of those things where, you know, people forget to ask their parents, what was life before I was here?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
And like, she told me that. She told me bare shit about my father. She told me like, she told me everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, swear. Anyways, so I'm like you with what's called, like, bro, be completely honest, like, my dad hasn't been around. Like, we left probably when I was like 4. He's never been in my life since I was like that age. He's come in and out here and there, but it's never been a consistent thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Literally got to that point where this is the point where I was like, yeah, I'm fuck this dude for life.
For life.
What's called? So my mom was like, oh yeah, what's called? Your dad wants to fly you guys out to London, blah, 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 blah. I was like, cool. I didn't think, at this point, I was probably like 15 at this point. I didn't think I cared anymore. Yeah. And then it came back and then my mom said, we're not going anymore. And I was like, wait, what happened? Blah, blah. Turns out he just wanted my sister. And then what's called? Then my mom was like, you take all of them, you take none of them. Bro, I was there like, rah, why don't this nigga want me?
He want me.
That
Will Smith thing.
Will Smith. Literally. And that was the day where I was like, because I was already on the vibe of, you know what, actually, that was the day I swore that I wouldn't cry again unless something deep happened.
Jeez.
Because I was like,
is that why you said maybe that's why Dave doesn't feel anything. Maybe that's why Dave says niggas die every day, B.
Yeah.
Niggas die every day, B.
It literally got to that point where it's like, look, like at this point, like, I don't call my dad dad, I call him my father. Like, we used to call him sperm donor. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, we used to call him sperm donor. That's all man gave us, isn't it?
Man just gave us a nut.
Man bust a good nut, and if there was one thing, that nigga gave me some amazing jeans.
Big up to you on that.
You know them ones.
Sorry, so the but you said.
Yeah, so anyways, so that was the day I was like, yeah, fuck this, blah, 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 I don't care, blah, blah. And then J House came out of jail and he did a daily dopey. People think this is funny, but I'm being dead serious.
That was like 12,
and
before the pandemic, 2018, 2019?
yeah, probably like 2018, 2019. And he was like, the lyric was like something like, oh, my dad passed, like, part of me, like, we weren't even close, but feels like part of my soul's missing. And I was like, bro, I always just thought like, if this nigga dies, I don't see him anyways, I don't speak to him. It really is just not that deep. But it's one of those situations where it's kind of like, it's easy to say that when the person is when the person is there. Because I can, bro, if I need his number, he's not that far away to find his number. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, what's called, like, I kind of took that on board, took a while, and then I was like, you know what, let me actually start chatting to this guy. And then my mom also said one day, like, what did he ever do to you?
Yeah.
And I was like,
he wasn't there, bro.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there, but he wasn't there for certain reasons. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like when we speak about it, I still don't respect some of the reasons, but it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Man. Like at the end of the day,
there's people out here trying, like, almost like going through hell and back just to, like, access their kids.
Yeah, but I understand that. But everyone has their own problem. Do you get what I'm saying? Like some people, their problem is crack. I look at crack and I don't see nothing.
Maybe that's your way to excuse his behavior so then you can be at peace with him.
No.
He's saying some people will go through hell and back to see their kids.
Just because I understand it doesn't mean I respect it.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter what reason you give me. It's just like at this point, there's nothing I can do to it. So, anyways, a couple of days after we speak about that, me and him are talking and whatever. Like I'm giving him the real. Like me and him are actually like we're chatting for once, and it's not just how's work, how's blah 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 blah. And he told me he's proud of me, and he's like blah blah like. And this is a moment that I thought that would never come. Felt nothing.
Oh yeah,
nothing.
Nah, I felt the joy and the relief. Not gonna lie, that nigga's proud of me, bro.
If my dad came back today and said, you know what, Dave, I'm proud of you, everything you're doing with the pod. Like I don't send him any. My mom will be telling him like, yo, yeah, he's doing a podcast, you know, and he has all these type of things. And my dad's like, oh well done. Like he doesn't give a rat's because I don't think he hears it.
Until you start making that bank,
right? But then
even quick.
But they don't understand though.
Yeah,
they don't understand
the day he comes back and says, you know what, Dave, I won't lie to you, man. I'm sorry and I'm proud of. That's gonna mean a lot to me. So when I say I'm not seeking validation from him like that, I'm not waiting for it.
Yeah, okay.
If it comes, I'm gonna feel wow, like amazing. But I can't live my life waiting for my dad to say well done.
I hear it.
Oh yeah, because the thing is, it might never come.
It might never come. And I have like mentors. I have men that mentor me. So I'm very like I look to like mentors men that like are leaders. I look to them like this, you know. I'm very like I want to learn because I didn't have that growing up, and I'm a leader. I have like a team of 40 people that look to me every single week to like give them some sort of
I have
direction.
no idea. You're looking to the next guy.
I'm looking to the next guy. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I take leadership extremely seriously.
Yeah.
Like extremely seriously.
We're all submitted to somebody.
Do you have to be?
Do you siblings? How many siblings do you have?
3,
Boys, girls?
1 girl, 2 boys.
Was there a father figure in your life? Like,
Never.
all
None
right,
of them.
cool.
I had to
What's your relationship like with women? Because I feel more comfortable around women than I do around men. And like, there's certain things that is masculine. Like the thing is, I'm not really that in football,
Yeah.
and that's because football only really came around when I was at my friend's house.
Yeah,
Apart from that, we've never had a Sky Sports, all of that.
Yeah.
Bro. If it wasn't Champions League on RTE, I'm not watching it because I don't have that, and my mom doesn't care about that because, bro, what's football?
yeah.
Why am I paying €60 a month for football?
Yeah.
Oh,
See what I'm
I
saying?
love women for sure.
I didn't ask if you loved it.
That's a good way to break the tension.
I know what you mean. I love being around women for sure. Like I think women are just amazing to be around. Like, and it's just a vibe. I'm like, listen. That's why I told you, like, on a Tuesday, we're open circle. I'm talking. We start off doing a conversation on preaching or whatever it is, and on a Sunday I'm flipping doing a podcast. I learned that from being around women, man. We'll sit down and we'll flipping have 3-hour conversation on anything. Whereas man, them it's a little brief thing like you're saying here.
If it's especially when we're young, we can talk ages about sports.
Sports,
When we talk about football and arguing back
anything
and forth,
outside of those
anything
things.
outside about the real stuff. Me and my boys only comfortable getting there like division like 3-4 years ago. Like, oh, we can. You know what? It was when we were doing drugs together. That's when we were like,
You told me. You
Love it, Jordan. Love it.
But
We can
the thing
chat
is, like,
now.
even on top of that, I don't have a group of boys. Like, you know, you see the way you guys got the agenda lads.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I
Do
don't.
you know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
It's-
I wouldn't talk to your gender lads.
no,
like
but like,
that,
but I'm saying
you know?
like you might have a group of you know the
Yeah,
way
like
that
you have like Craig and
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you might
yeah.
have a group of boys that's your core. Like you guys will do a lot of things together. Do you get what I'm saying?
I remember a girl pied me one time. I'm calling Craig.
But Dave is very in touch with his feelings anyways. Dave
important.
himself.
It's important.
It is important.
No, it's very important. It's
Because
very
the thing,
important to be
because the thing
get
is
there
like
straight, quick.
I got to a place in my life where I was so disconnected from my emotions.
Yeah,
like bro,
that's
Yeah.
not good, bro.
fam.
That's one thing I always have. I'll always be.
Oh, that bitch there. Nah, but yeah, like I be
Pack
having,
it up.
I be having mad like situations be happening on the phone, crazy, and I just wouldn't feel anything. Like it just wouldn't matter, and I'll go to the next room and just be calm, banter, and like it just didn't mean anything.
Do you know? I agree. I felt the same thing in a different way though. Like I'll be with girls. I could we say that a lot of guys are like this, but I would be like I would tell the girl the whole world. Tell her she is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like I'm genuine. I haven't seen anyone more beautiful than you. That type of vibe. I love you so much. Sell her the world, and then I'll sell her such a good man type of thing. Like I'm such a good man, and I will say I'm very smart. Like when I say very smart, like I know how to talk to women.
Yeah,
You're manipulative.
yeah.
Yes. No, fact.
no,
Not now. I
No.
But
yeah.
I knew how to like,
Yeah,
draw them in and tell them everything, sweet nothings.
yeah.
And then the second I wasn't on that vibe anymore, like I was so cold and I didn't feel any remorse. And I'm hearing, she's coming up telling me, oh my God, like, she's telling me the maddest things. Like I have had people tell me like that they're like suicidal and stuff like that on the phone, and I'm like,
Swear.
here's where I knew David, you're gone. I'm like, swear down, oh jeez, and I knew in my heart I did not give a rat's.
He said,
No.
I'm here to tell you right now.
But there's that absence there, isn't it? And you think you think you've inherited it from somewhere.
Yeah, so when I realized that, Dave, you're flipping cold.
Yeah.
Like, you're cold. And I didn't even know that was cold until it was deep moments like that I realized, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, okay.
people will be crying in front of you. You feel nothing. You're just like, brother, what can you not?
But then I took a whole 180. I completely turned.
It's part of growing up, isn't it?
Yeah, and now I'm extremely in touch with like emotions and people's stories and that's me now. Do you know what I mean? Like someone could tell me a story about like something deep for them, and I might me and Tommy on podcast, we've cried like twice. We've had moments where we're just like tearing up, bro. It's like,
Is that why you think you can beat him up?
oh jeez, yo, sorry.
I don't think I'm ever going to cry on a podcast.
Yo, Angel, sorry, I'm so sorry on the podcast. I'll shut you back. love.
Is that why you think you can beat him up?
Wait, did you guys cut that shit out?
Tommy.
You guys crying? Did you cut it out?
Oh yeah, Tommy made us cut out.
Damn.
I'm okay with crying. I could cry right now.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that.
Nigga said I would cry on demand.
These guys were killing me on the drunk pod. They were saying I was only crying on the drunk pod.
Yeah.
Bro, the day one of you guys crying on this part,
Was you crying on the drunk one?
No.
I swear to God, I didn't feel like crying, but it was an emotional moment.
Yeah,
so I did.
yeah.
I know how to convey emotion without going overboard, where I'm like nearly like quivering and stuff and nearly crying. I've just been used to it, like my relationship with my dad is quite complex because there was an element that my dad was hard on me, but it's just he used to take out his frustrations on me, like kind of like peak recession. He's not getting work in. He's a bit depressed, and he's like, the first person he sees to kind of like take it out on to let.
Sure.
Yeah. But it's my relationship with my dad has been complex because he's actually the first guy. I told these guys he's the first guy to tell me I'll be good at this thing.
Oh, crazy.
But you know the times where I'm nearly thinking, I want to start a podcast, but my parents will be like, what are you doing? They'll think it's silly if they come in, they see me with the camera on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with my dad one of the days and I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do. The chance of being an athlete is past, let's face it. I'm sitting there having a conversation with him one day. You know, you're not making it, you see, and I'm with Neri, you starting for Arsenal at 15, you're like,
That's crazy, yeah.
Listen, but he's like, you'd be good at this thing. He specifically said, you'd be good at doing media, you'd be good at doing podcasts. So it's weird. So he pops up with these moments where he's just stuff that he's taught me has been ingrained in my head. I remember I wanted to be the man in front of my dad. Like one day we're on the train one day and I'm like, yeah, Dad, I'm shifting this girl, but I was with this girl. And I was just with my dad, good. You know, you expect that approval off your dad, like, yeah, good lad. Good. He's like, is that really all there is to it, David? And all this stuff. And I didn't know what he meant by it. I'm like, but this is, it didn't register me. He's like, but he's my dad. He's supposed to like dap me up and go, good man, David. That's really, but he's literally like having this lecture with me. Like it's not the be all and end all of girls. Crazy. I remember that was just so ingrained with me from like 18 to 19. And my dad as well, he's always been a wear his heart on his sleeve kind of guy for the good and the bad.
Yeah.
So it's taught me to convey my emotions, but in a more controlled way.
For sure.
If you get me.
I think the biggest sign of strength for me, man, is control.
Yeah.
Like I say it to everybody, like I see when people come on things or they have arguments and someone's letting loose of their emotions, saying you did this and I can't believe it, and it's just saying anything. I'm like, you're such a weak person. And and like I understand it may come from insecurity or pain or whatever it is, but man, like when men do all this whole macho thing, like but a small thing that triggers them and they just go crazy and it starts spilling out on you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you have no control. You're such a weak person. And that's one thing I had to learn. My mom taught me it. Mm-hmm. I used to, my little brother, Smiley, he's taller than me now. Smiley's my brother, yeah. We used to fight a lot, as siblings. But there's one day, I'm pulling up knives on this kid. Yeah, my own brother.
He gets like that.
Does it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I've never pulled up knife for nobody.
Yeah. I used to bring a knife to school and everything because I got.
Where did you live?
Tyler.
Yeah. Back in the days, like 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, what, bro, man? Couple man did me on the side, easy. I brought flipping every day. But let's forget that.
He's safe now.
Yeah, I'm Jesus and that. My little brother, I beat him up so bad, his scars all over his body. And I said, my mom, he obviously went crying to my mom. And my mom said to me, this changed my whole life. She said, is this how you're going to beat up your wife?
Yeah, I've heard this. Yeah,
she said, is this how you're going to beat up your wife? And everything in me changed. I said, whoa. Humility is strength, bro.
Yeah.
Like if somebody is coming up to you and giving you loads of this and you're able to like not react.
Yeah.
bro, you're in the most powerful position.
To a certain point.
To be honest,
Okay,
I think to the entire point, because
to a certain point.
I do think if you're shouting and you're saying whatever, you're losing, bro. Even us in the group, bro. I had to leave the group chat and literally go, listen, guys, I'm gonna say stuff that I don't want to say.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm actually just gonna dip out of the group chat, because the number one thing I hate to have to say to people, and the number one thing I hate being said to me is, oh, I didn't mean what I said when I was saying nothing. I didn't mean. Well,
Sorry, I was angry. You only said it out of anger.
Don't say it then. Don't say it then.
People.
Don't say it to me.
I said it out of anger, but you said it. You can't
But
take
you
it back
said
now.
it. Don't
Do you
say
know
it
what I mean?
then.
what do you mean to a certain point?
Okay, so I'm somebody that I'm super understanding.
Yeah.
I'm calm. I'm quiet. Blah,
Yeah.
blah,
Who are you
blah,
selling
blah.
yourself to? Is there a girl? in this?
I understand you, baby.
However,
He said I'm gonna do it.
He's only M50, so sell yourself. Sell yourself.
however, there gets a point, and I genuinely feel like this.
Yeah.
There gets a point where you got to punch a nigga in his face, and
Okay.
like, because the thing is, right, people will take your strength and you being quiet as, I can do this again, and I can do this again, and I can do this again, and there's only so much you can take before you have to pop someone in the face, and that is, trust me, because I'm someone that I struggle to get angry.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I actually wish, I wish I could get angry right now.
Yeah.
And it's one of those situations where people start thinking that, like, I think being overly understanding as well is a problem. Like, I understand things. Like, sometimes I understand where this person is coming from, and it doesn't matter that I understand where you're coming from because you did what you did.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if someone comes and steals money from you,
Yeah.
money is even different. If someone comes and hits your kid,
Yeah.
and they give you a reason, and the reason makes sense. You can understand why they did it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they still hit your kid.
Yeah.
You still got to retaliate.
No, you don't gotta.
That's where I would disagree. Is
Yeah.
They
I
have
disagree.
to.
You don't gotta just retaliate.
If you retaliated and you did a madness or whatever it is, like
Makes no difference.
for me,
You get punished, and then by you get
Okay, wait.
punished, your kid gets punished
Okay,
further.
now it happens again. What happens?
okay, we could go on and on about like the whole losing your thing. I think the second you resort to, no, I won't say resort to, but okay, for example, someone can push buttons, and I'm not saying being strong is just standing there and like keep pushing. I think that's like, do you know what I mean? There's a certain point where you have to make
Punch a nigga in his face.
but I'm
But
saying
you're moving the goalpost though a little bit.
How?
Like where you're saying in the sense that if they do it multiple times, yeah, of course there has to be some form of retaliation. But if it's a one-off thing, even twice off, what's it gonna do for me if I retaliate?
Because the thing is, right, sometimes I feel like
don't
there are
get-
some people. There are some people that genuinely, they might not do it on purpose, but there are some people in this world that are gonna continuously do that, and they're doing it on purpose. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's one of those situations where sometimes you got to nip shit in the bud before it gets
yeah,
there.
no, but that's what I'm not saying that violence is weakness. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I get
like if it gets to a point where someone's attacking like a woman in my life or just something like that, like, and maybe someone just like more vulnerable than me or whatever it is, and I have to defend myself. And I'm not saying violence is weakness in that
No,
situation.
obviously.
So there's certain situations where, well, violence is the strong thing to do, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying there's people who, as we were saying earlier, say things and say, "Oh man, I'm so sorry about what I said. I was just angry."
Oh yeah, those people are pussies.
It's a lack of control.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's a lack of control.
Yeah.
If you should say, "Oh, bro, man, I don't really like the way you like. I don't like the way you're sitting or whatever it is," and he gets mad and just starts hitting you. Well, he's a weak person.
And you know the worst part about those people, yeah, if you were at work and your manager spoke to you like that, you wouldn't do that.
Never.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't punch your manager in the face
Yeah, yeah.
and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was angry." You wouldn't
You
do that.
wouldn't speak anyhow to your manager.
Do you get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
is
You
it
gotta make
really
that
because
money.
you're angry, or is it because you think I'm a dickhead?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even about you being a dickhead. Sometimes
They know your character too much.
familiarity breeds disrespect.
Yeah.
They're familiar with you. They know that, like,
Yeah.
we've all been in a relationship. We said, "Oh, me never." Da 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 da. But the
yeah.
more you're in the relationship,
bro.
some violation that you thought it'd be like, "Wait, I thought I would never take this."
Any man
I
of
thought I
you,
would-
any you man cheated?
Depends on
Have
who
you?
ask.
I say it all the time, man.
Yeah?
I'm not proud of it. Definitely not proud of it.
When did you cheat?
When? No, I'm asking when.
See, Jordan is the feds.
He brought it home.
But do you have to ask for the date and the time zone and the
He said-
location?
When?
It's a podcast, bro. We make conversation.
Jordan said
bro.
when?
We make conversation.
He said
bro.
with whom?
Real quick, I would beat Tommy up. I know you asked that question. I think I would smash his head in. Just putting that out there, yeah.
You
But back on the cheating thing,
why did you just throw that ad lib in there?
I just had to because I remember you asked the question.
Podcast about the end. He needs to let Tommy
Yeah.
know real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
Real
back
quick.
on the cheating thing.
Well, I cheated in my previous relationships.
Then how'd you get caught? Or did you get caught?
Boys, I was actually I'll give you guys the pre. I'm actually gonna say it on the
On the live show.
live show.
Oh, we're
I'm
talking
gonna
about that
give
now.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna-
when's that date live show again?
17th of November.
Oh,
Sugar
tickets,
Club.
right? Sugar
Sugar
Club,
Club.
yeah,
Mhm.
for 17.
Tickets
Alright,
available?
Catch your ticket. We'll
For
be
sure.
there. We'll be there.
For sure, it'll be sick. It'll be sick.
Okay.
But yeah, so we first. Let me start off by saying, before I ever cheated, I was cheated on.
Okay.
Oh.
So it was this girl, like, bro. I
With the same girl.
No, I didn't cheat on that one girl.
I thought you
So-
cheated back. I was like,
no. So
Canceling stuff out.
yeah, she's cheated on me on a vibe of like 2 in 1 day. Yeah,
wait. Well, you didn't want those girls in Oloni's treads.
maybe, bro.
Day.
It was Paddy's day, bro. I'm with her. I gave her transport money to go home and everything, bro.
Jeez.
I've gone home on
called
an
you a
early
munch, bro.
thing. Yeah, she's gone. She told me like a couple of weeks later that it was this and this, and I'm thinking, I'm snapping.
Yeah.
But I'm pacing up and down and break up, and then after a while I got back with her. I was young and stupid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got back with her, but I was like, that really pained me, and still never cheated, still never did anything mad. Got with this next one. This was like a good few years later. I got with this next one when I was in college. And we're just linking. She's come to the SU, you know, outside the SU,
Yeah.
where the lockers are and the elevator. She's because we so this elevator in NCI that nobody used, like rarely ever used. It was to go from the ground floor to the SU.
Oh,
no one
yeah.
really used it.
Yeah.
I was using that elevator, boys. Yeah, you guys don't
Do
know.
what, bro?
Oh,
I've got to keep my face.
I was doing the deadgy. No, I was in the elevator doing a madness with this chick. Yeah, every time she came to the college, but now this time she's come to the college and told me some other man has lipped her. And I was like, wait, what do you mean this other guy lips you? He goes, yeah, like I was just giving him a hug in my college, and then he just kissed me. But I'm like, she's small and he's tall. So how did this like? Do you get what I'm saying? How did this?
Did it pain more because it was tall?
Yeah. Now she told
She
me
had
this.
more time to think as he was descending.
Do you know what I mean? You have time to think.
Yeah.
He just like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His neck. So I'm thinking this is crazy, right? But I remember, boys, honestly, maybe it might be in part of me feeling like cold, not being like attached to my emotions and stuff like that. She told me this and I didn't care.
You didn't like her.
You got it. I didn't really like her, but she cheated on me.
Yeah.
But I didn't. He didn't.
She didn't cheat on you.
What do you mean?
She didn't cheat on you.
She kissed someone else.
She said someone kissed her.
She told me this, boys.
Yeah, boy, you buying that, did you? Your girl said,
Come
you
on,
kissed me.
someone-
Trust me, shit happens. Trust me.
I hear it. Okay, she had a best friend. She had a best friend that used to come with her like everywhere she went. And this best friend was looking at her. You go and better go and tell him. So her best friend was upset with her.
You know why I say she didn't cheat on you, and I wasn't there. She could have,
Yeah.
but I have seen and I have heard of niggas just quickly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Technically,
Maybe it's context.
it's context. Like I don't have the context.
She was on the M50.
Oh, okay. That's actually
Before I got with her.
Yeah.
We say on this podcast, gotta charge down to the game.
Yeah, big
You
fan.
gotta charge it to the game.
No, before I got with her, she was on the M50, boys.
So you
yeah.
knew what you were signing for.
Wait,
I did.
Yeah.
See, that changes things a bit. Because if she was in the M50, right, and she's one of those, she might have linked someone that knows that she was on the M50.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She might have been spoken about
I
like
heard- I
that.
heard-
You know. There's guys that fucked a girl before,
Yeah.
and now they see the girl and they always grab the girl's bum. She has a man now.
Yeah.
That happened
You've
to one of
already
my
grabbed
friends
the
at
bum.
right venue. Like a
Yeah,
guy,
no.
because they used to do a thing, just came and grabbed
Do you get what I'm
the
saying?
bum.
100%.
Slapped him,
Could
yeah.
happen same thing with a kiss. Not saying that it did happen.
It's height. The height was is the height for me.
I knew that's the part that was paining him.
It's the height. My main thing is you must have looked up and he must have looked down and it must have been a thing. But anyway, I felt she's cheated on me.
Yeah.
Right? That's my narrative. She's cheated on me, and I didn't really feel bad. In fact, within 5 minutes, we went back into the elevator, boys. I promise you this. I promise you this. We go back into the elevator, get a little busy. Cool, I'm all right. Break up with her after a while. You know, someone tells you they kiss somebody else. And you were right. I didn't really like her like that. So kind of that thing moved along. And then now I had there was, you know, everyone has that squad player constantly just in and around the squad.
Yeah.
If you need that player,
James Milner.
James Milner, bro. Yeah.
Always reliable.
Right. All reliable. 7 out of 10.
Every time.
Bro,
Every time.
Consistent.
consistent. Same quality each time.
On
I
every
promise you.
position.
Yeah. It's not spectacular, but you know.
No,
You know
but
what
we
you
can
get.
work with it. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's let's say, this is all full circle. You know, like, wasn't the longest, but the
proportions were right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you know how to score penalties like
Yeah.
every single
Yeah,
time she
yeah,
put it
yeah.
in the back of the net.
Top
Yeah.
bins.
Top bins.
Frank
right?
Lampard things.
Yeah. Right. Do you know what I mean? So she's now, you know, those squad players, sometimes they pop up.
Yeah.
I'm serious in a serious relationship. Squad player, listen, boys. Squad player pops up, right? On a vibe of 79 seconds worth of nudes on Snapchat, boys.
Remember them days?
Remember the seconds
Lots of time.
You remember those days?
That is a lot of time.
Boys, I've lost my job. Yeah. Boys, serious, real talk. Lost my job. And midnight, I'm getting 79 seconds. Mad. All right. By the time the 79 seconds are over, after I've done the bare replays, I'm on.
He's gone.
I'm gone.
You drive back then as well, yeah?
I was driving.
Yeah. It's easy
Google
money.
Maps is already up. I'm there.
Took mom's car. She's
money.
texted me after the 79 seconds. Yo, my mom's gone to Nigeria. Pull up. Like a 1 a.m. thing. I've put my own girlfriend to bed. I'm off to bed, babe.
No, I'm just really tired. I've had a bad day.
Right.
I just lost my job.
That's not my job.
You know, I need
on a
some
vibe. She's like, okay, cool. Enjoy your night. Good night, babe. Cool. I've got in a car. Got into my mom's car. I'm driving now, and I'm saying, David, this is not you. This is not you. You shouldn't be doing this. Wow, on the M50, boys. Go southbound, boy. Yeah. I was saying, this is not David. This is not you. This is not you.
You've committed this day.
I'm ready past Tyler, boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
This is
finish.
Petrol money
I
now.
gotta finish.
This is petrol money now. This way.
Yeah,
Come on.
I've got to
now.
finish.
Come on.
So I've gone to the place. I've gone to her spot. My mom was still texting on Snapchat, and I told her on Snapchat, she's asked me to come in, and I said, because she has a little brother, and I was like, yo, your brother's sleeping. Just pull up to the car, innit? So she's come out to the car. This is all on Snapchat and everything. She comes out to the car, and boys, 3 hours, boys, yeah. Solid work, boys, yeah.
Happens like that.
She did 13 kilometers in 90 minutes,
Boys.
man. Solid mileage.
Performance.
Yes.
Performance.
Man of the match.
Man of the match.
Bear in mind, all in my past. This is the past, boys. Yeah, I'm new now. She's done a mileage on man, yeah, and then I've gone to the boot to get like water.
Yeah.
Half time or no, full time. Yeah. So I've left my phone. My phone has the picture of me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So and she's obviously, I've come back and she's like, she's looking at my phone, wherever it is. So she's seen me and my girlfriend, and no conversation, just like, oh. So I'm getting her back in the car. She's trying to do a little cuddle thing. I'm pissed off. What are you trying to cuddle, man?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm done. Like, post
Here
for
for
clarity.
one-on-one reason.
Yeah. I'm pissed off. So I've gone home now. It's late in the night, boys. Yeah. I've come home now, and then within 2 weeks, I'm off to a gig. I'm going to perform. Right? I get on the bus, and my girlfriend calls me, says we need to talk.
She came to us as a woman.
She
said-
yeah.
On a 2 week thing, she said it's 2 weeks after I've cheated. I know this is about to be mad, so I couldn't really get on the bus at that moment because it was a Wi-Fi thing. So I've come home, looking at all the what do you want to talk about? She says, thing is in my house. I've said all she said is she's in my house. I've texted her on Snapchat my side thing, yo, What's going on? Did you say anything? She's opened the message and left me on red, boys.
Your heart is just doing it.
At that point, yeah, you just got to block everyone and move on.
I'm panicking.
Just tell the bus driver, go one way.
Yeah.
Go one way.
Boys, I'm supposed to go Newbridge. I'm
Yeah.
panicking, boys. Yeah. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Then my girl just sends me the whole bunch of messages, boys. Like, she sends me like, oh, you told her not to. You told her to come to the car because you didn't want to wake up her brother. Or you being considerate now. Send me the whole thing, boys.
Yeah.
All the thread of the Snapchat because the chick. Because I'm thinking, oh, his Snapchat things are gone. The chick is taking pictures
On a different phone.
on a different device, my bro. Taking pictures on a different device.
I would argue that that's entrapment.
Yeah, I was trapped, but I enjoyed it.
Ah, that's good. That was good. That was good. Good. Live show when? Or you want to talk about anything else?
Just to quickly finish off, the two younger brothers went to the same school, so they actually knew each other.
Was that the link?
Yeah.
What are the chances, bro?
Speaking of people in school, yeah, I saw a crazy thing on TikTok. You know these Reddit things that you see. Kid is like, I'm in school and I'm depressed. Why is he depressed? He's depressed because his mom's on OnlyFans, and the people in the school found it. Yeah. One day, one of the boys comes up to him, like, shows him a nude of his mom, and it's going around the whole school. He goes to go talk to his mom now. It's like, look, they found this thing, and she's like, look, I'm proud of it. It makes me feel happy. Blah 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 blah. And he goes to the principal to see if there's anything can be done, and the principal's like, we can't expel everybody. So, how do you deal with that? Because bro. You remember being cooked in school for something tiny. Imagine your mom's nudes getting be sent around
As a kid,
school.
you will just resent your mom. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
She's a grown woman. She's a
Yeah,
grown
school,
woman.
man.
You will just you can only hope that she can understand it makes your life harder.
Yeah,
Because you have no power in the
That's
situation.
not going to school.
That's your. I guess that is your power.
Yeah,
that is your
100%.
leverage. You stop going to school.
I'll meet you every day.
Oh, you tell me to go to a different school.
Every single day.
No,
I
stay at
will
home.
meet.
Don't go. I'm saying I'm not going unless you get up only. I'll move you to a different school.
No, the thing is,
Facts.
the thing is, whether she stops now, it doesn't matter. The content is there,
Outside.
bro. For the fact that someone is showing you on their phone, it's
Run
not
away
going
from it
anywhere.
in every
You need to
school.
go to a different school and use a different name. That's your power.
Okay, but what happens? What happens when it's a school play and your mom pops up in the school?
Don't tell her.
You know what
What are
happened.
you telling her?
You know what happened. You know what happened. Some dad would just go.
Don't tell her about school activities. Tell her to stay at home. I was like, don't come to my school activities. Bro.
Anyways, what are you man charges to the game this week?
You already charged yours to the game at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, you were.
I come up with
You went there, you didn't even say charge of the game.
You just said, this fuck's a white man. How
Boys,
much charge to the game this week?
setting up five-a-side, yeah?
Yeah?
Long.
Boys,
Char- Charge of the... No, you
Are you
take...
good at ball?
bro.
You can rap, you can ball, you can podcast.
Yes.
I'm everything.
What triple threat? Yeah.
Triple threat.
Yeah.
You think it's easy? God.
Yeah, no, sign up.
Dave is chasing people for money.
Chasing
Dave
people
is-
for money.
Dave is making rules.
Yo, boys, I just paid 60 for this for the hour. Can you rev me like? Because it was 12. Because what I remember is I had a list and there was 12 of us there. Can you? Yeah. Say no, but say no.
Nothing.
See, you haven't revved me yet, so I asked you yesterday to rev me because I was
what-
sitting there talking up. Just so I remember.
I don't want to be a prick.
Just before the next one, yeah, because I have to pay 66 again. Just if you can rev me, yeah, cool. Actually, your friend came too. He just pulled up as well.
Yeah.
Can you forward my rev?
I'm
onto him
that
as well?
guy. I'm that guy. That
Bro,
doesn't pay.
I got you.
Oh, I don't play. I don't pay a cent.
But you're off.
I'm sorry. I'm bad. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, but bro, also in the five-a-side, when you get the dead team,
Not only
these are impressing. They're not
not
doing.
only am I vexed that
minutes
money
to the-
has left my account and nobody's paying me back, but I'm also on the dead team.
I got stung with the dead team.
No, bro, everything's scattered.
Bro.
We're never doing this again.
Oh yeah. We play on Mondays. We play like
Yeah, we play
eight-a-side.
Mondays as well. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's, bro, as in like there's people that just can't take a touch, can't pass 5-yard pass.
Yeah.
and you don't want to be that person that's like, bro.
Like,
everybody's only showing up for a bit of laugh.
why as a grown man am I shouting?
Yeah.
Shout for it. Shout for it. Like, come on. Like, I'm literally sitting there going mad. Like, I'm literally like, press, lads, press. I'm not even pressing on this team,
Yeah,
David.
not a chance. Not a chance.
You got anything to charge to the game, Dave?
Oh boys, man, I messed up on Monday for Goody. So I produced his stuff.
You lucky discovered he tells the story. He said you were seeing him on a live and you told him to come on podcast, and that's how the journey began. So
no. Like, listen, from Tyler, man, you just kind of know everybody. And seeing him on a live, I was just like, yo, just get him on. He'd be brilliant. And yeah, I still do it till this day. Like, look for people who I think could be really good. Yeah. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. You know,
like anything, talent.
Anything.
Yeah. So what you mess up on?
Yeah. So obviously, I told you I've gone on this retreat now, and at Lone, I've gone to just I've gone to like clear my mind, pray, spend time in the Word, and just rest. So I take off all social media. And Well, you have to understand, like, when I say retreat, I'm intentionally trying to like be in a spiritual space. So I'm nowhere, like my head is nowhere near anything that's going on social media. So, but before I was heading to the retreat, you know, so busy. We did a Josh Too Funny episode. Yeah, had to like get that through. We had to, you know, and then I'm thinking about the retreat, how I'm gonna do all these type of things. I'm planning the whole thing. So my head wasn't even a goodies episode, and I knew from editing the last episode, I knew that the next week was supposed to be John Connors. It's a big one, you know.
Yeah,
those type of things, natural human error, slipped out of my mind. I forgot, and so on the Monday, bear in mind, say I'm just praying, wherever it is. My brother's calling me, bear. He's just ringing my phone. I'm like, bro,
I'm trying to pray, bro.
I'm trying to talk to God.
Yeah.
And he's just ringing me, and I'm like, bro, what's the story, man? So around like 6:30, 7, of Goodies episodes was supposed to come out.
See you many Mondays, 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, yo, what's going on? He goes, bro, you messed up. I was like, what happened? He goes, yeah, Goody.
And everything just lands.
Yeah, everything. I was like, oh, and I felt terrible. And obviously, I know that was a big episode for Goody as well. And he was like, you know, promote. I felt terrible. So, but that's one of those ones that you just.
It was a good episode too. I listened to it.
Brilliant episode. I think it's his best episode.
Yeah. Because sometimes I would, like, obviously you podcast as well. When people come on and know how to talk and it just makes it so
job
much
easier.
You're just there.
Well,
like,
I think Goody himself like has improved massively.
Yeah. We said it to him here. We're like, you can just have conversations. Stop saying like this is the deep
this
one.
transition. Yeah,
this one's a deep one. This one's not a funny one. I said stop apologizing to people. Stop giving. We said it when he was here.
You said it.
Yeah, so stop doing disclaimers, man.
Thank you so much, boys. Like we come into this type of environment and we just flip and talk. Boys, yeah.
Whoever likes it, likes it.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't have to let you know, like, boys, this is gonna be a deep one, or this is. I'm trying to do this. Just do it. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
But we told them a lot of his side that listen. A lot of them aren't familiar with podcasts.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are looking for
entertainment.
Because we noticed the contrast between his first season and his second season.
Yeah, 100%.
There's the heavy hitters. He was going for Smoke with Fabi D,
for sure.
Congo Boy, all of them. That's what certain people love. But they have to understand, like, these guys have range. So it's like they don't have to explain to you that this is going to be a deep one.
Yeah.
You just have to see
Just
the
give
range.
them the deep one.
Yeah. As podcasters, we can see the range. But some people are
For
like,
sure.
oh, what's this? Who's fucking talking? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
but
come on.
you know what it is. Like, controversy sells, sex
100%.
sells,
Yeah,
beef
yeah.
sells. Like, that's always going to be the things that sell.
That's where you might not gonna get your core following and your core. When we were starting podcast, I studied how to do podcasts.
Well, what podcast would you look at to study?
Oh, I never listened to a podcast. I never listened to a podcast before
Yeah.
I did podcast. I just studied how to.
Okay.
Like, so the people on YouTube saying like, this is how to do podcast. And I'm like, okay. But then the main thing they were giving me wasn't anything I used.
Yeah.
But the things that, like, the background behind it, they were saying, like, if you are authentic, build a core following, well, it's easier to sell to those people than YouTubers.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because these people devote an hour and a half, 2 hours each week to listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you tell them come to the live show, they're like, of course, bro. I feel like we're best friends.
Like people meet, like literally, I can meet you and talk about your mom,
Right.
Like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I listened to 2 hours of
Do
you.
you know
Like,
what I
yeah,
mean?
we
Yeah.
can talk about this now.
So
That was me with like Joe Budden. If they said they were coming to Dublin, I was there tomorrow.
you're there. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
so I feel like that's what we have to understand as podcasters. Like, being ourselves is like the people that love us are eventually, like, they're always going to, like, you know, put their money where their mouth is and all these type of things. They're always going to reach out and invest in you because they've spent so much time with you, not who you're trying to be or who you're pretending to be. Just be yourself.
And that's the thing. Like, you can't go out of style, but that controversy can.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's one of those situations where it's like, if we just come in there and be us, people are going to be like, that's just it, man. We fuck
Yeah,
with it. Do you know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
for
And then
sure.
they'll fuck, and like for me, I'm the opposite. I didn't research how to do podcasts. I listened to an ungodly amount of podcasts.
Same.
Like ungodly amount of podcasts.
Now I listen to lots of podcasts. But I did before.
You know what's
I-
funny?
I-
Now I
so
listen to
many.
less podcasts than I did before.
Now I listen to even more because,
Yeah.
especially, I try to engage more within the Irish content,
It's
like with the
good, it's
music, the podcast. Because I want the people who are gonna meet them or gonna see them in places. I'm gonna want them on my podcast. So I want to also give the time to actually like let me take in what they're putting out. If I don't fuck with it, then I don't fuck with it. Like
100%.
drill isn't my thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll still listen to Mia Khalifa and be like, this is cold.
Cold.
It's not my thing, but I
And
try more,
yeah.
actively try more to engage with Irish
It's
content.
good. It's good the space that we're in as well. But
Yeah.
it's like what a space where like even the main character event that's coming up, like that's obviously we're supposed to be in it as well. But like the whole like us being together and people seeing us together. Again, bro, if we are winning, then everyone else is supposed to win. Like that's how it's supposed
If
to
an
be.
industry is created with one, and they'll have a trickle on effect.
It has to.
It's just it happens everywhere.
Has to.
Like,
Show me.
if one person do it, it will happen.
And that's why
naturally.
that's why I tell anybody who's doing podcasts. When people tell me they want to do podcasts, I'm like, come on, bro. I have a studio. Let's do it because, bro, if you could just be consistent enough over a period of time, bro, that thing would move.
That's the thing I've seen with podcasts and gym. Just keep going, you keep putting the work in. You see the muscles gaining, you see the numbers going up. So I think I don't have anything to charge to the game.
I actually
today.
have something else to charge to the game.
Yeah.
Some girl tried to scam me today.
Oh yeah, scam. Well, you've been going through it.
I mean, you don't get charged the game if she got you.
Well,
You clocked her from early.
yeah, brother, this is what
He
happened.
just
Yeah.
used to getting bumped.
This girl followed me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, look at the picture. You cute. Follow back.
Okay.
Requested. As soon as it said it accepted, I get a DM
Okay.
instantly.
Yeah.
It's a picture. Let me
Yeah,
show
see,
you.
he's a sucker for a pretty face.
Let me-
So
let me-
you'll only
let
follow
me
back if
show
you have
you.
a pretty face.
And then she had the most Congolese name as well. Man. Most Congolese.
Where is it? Where is it? Look, so it's like first thing, riddle.
that one's-
Riddle. If you get this riddle right, you win £800.
Oh,
Dear,
on a PayPal thing.
bro, DM me your paper, babes. I was like, keep it. She's like, what? I was like, keep it. She's like, why? You don't need the money. I was like, I actually don't. I was like, oh, maybe you think it doesn't work. I was like, buy tickets to the live show.
Yeah.
all of a sudden, stop replying.
Yeah. Anyways.
Songs of the week.
Songs of the week. What song have I been listening to this week? What you played this week? You were out of way at the retreats, innit?
I'm listening to Jesus music, boys.
Yeah, give us the
Give us
Jesus.
Jesus music. What's the name of the song?
I'm enjoying at the moment, personally, Maverick City. Let me find the song. My phone. Yeah, but Maverick City, Too Good to Not Believe. Really good song.
I'm listening to Cello Dublin. I actually only really listened to it a couple of days ago. That nigga cold.
He's really.
Oh, Celo's cool. Celo's stupid
No,
cool.
he's a star.
Mine is I haven't even listened to the full song, but that the Banjan Officer sample,
Yeah, it's crazy.
the level is very high right now. So shout out to them
Very,
boys. Shout out to them boys.
Thames replay. Listen to that. That's just that's
song as
just a bop. Like, that's just a
Anyways.
serious bop. Yeah.
KD, I told my missus KD's coming on the pod. She thought it was Kevin Durant, so she'll be just very disappointed when she sees this. If you made it to the end of the pod and you didn't like anything that KD said, well, you can charge that to the game. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, boys.